Thank you guys for being so patient. This has been a crazy, crazy morning. One call after the next, and then I had to do be on a Zoom call. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Y'all know in addition to me doing blogging, I also have to handle business as well. So thank y'all for being so patient and waiting for me. Yeah, thank you, everybody that's here. Okay, I appreciate you all. Okay, where my mods at? Where my mods at? Where my mods at? I see my backup mods here. I don't see my mods. Okay, let me send out a flare, child. Y'all, today's show is going to be a woo-wee, and that's all I can say. Shout out to one of my let me tell this person here. Okay. So let's get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Oh my God, where we gonna start? From the top, okay? Fair use, honey, fair use and entertainment. Hopefully you guys got your coffee and your tea and getting where you need to be, okay? Let me take a sip on that. All right, so let's get started. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Oh my God, we got so much to talk about, y'all. Let's get started. Of course, you know, 2024, honey, did their big one, took a lot of people out. We're going to go ahead at the top of our show and acknowledge that. Got computers doing everything. Okay, child. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some icons that we've lost. Y'all forgive me. Y'all know we having allergies, child. Let's go ahead and look at some people that we lost for 2024. Y'all know we're at the end of the year. This is the 31st, child. Tomorrow is a new year. Tomorrow is the 1st of 2025. So let's go ahead and get into those that we've lost in 2024. All right, child. I keep saying this person on my screen right now got to be related to me after all the money they were giving to their family member, that child, their kids. He gave all that money to their family, to his kids, child. I said, oh, he got to be my long lost uncle or my daddy or something like that. So let's get into it, honey. Y'all know who this is on our screen. All right, y'all remember her, honey. Wanda Smith. Y'all remember Wanda Smith, honey, from the radio show down there, honey. Y'all know who she is. Rest in peace to Wanda Smith. I was shocked when I found this out because I told y'all that my friend ran into Wanda Smith on the day that they went out to some restaurant. She saw her. She looked fine. She did not look sick. She, you know, was in good spirits. And then found out the very next day, child, that she passed away. So rest in peace to her. She was battling some illnesses behind the scenes, but she did not show it, according to what several people were saying. You would never have known it had you been around her in her last few days on this earth. They said she was very upbeat. She was very optimistic, and she did not look sick, and she was not complaining. So rest in peace to Wanda Smith. All right, let's move on. DJ Clark Kent. Not sure where I remember him from. Of course, he's a DJ because that's what it says. So rest in peace to him. Everybody knows who Quincy Jones is, honey. Y'all know Quincy Jones. Rest in peace to Quincy Jones. Rest in peace to Art Evans. Y'all know he is was an actor. Okay, he's been in a few movies. All right, let's move on. Nikki Giovanni. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Tony Todd. Y'all know who that is, honey. Candy Man, honey. Y'all see him? Them damn bees on his face. The Candy Man. Okay. Rest in peace, honey, to the Candy Man. John Amos. Y'all know John Amos, honey, he had passed away whole months before we found out, and his family. We just talked about this the other day. John Amos, honey, had left this earth, and his own damn family and kids didn't even know. Only that one son, at which now his daughter has filed something to have his death looked into because they feel like something was kind of fishy surrounding his death. So rest in peace to John Amos. Y'all remember him, honey, from what was the movie? Players Club and you know, what's Good Times, child. Y'all remember him, honey. Let's move on. Tito Jackson, honey, a part of the Jackson 5. Y'all know him, honey, the bass player of the Jackson 5, one of the Jackson 5. Rest in peace to Tito Jackson. I think it was a shock when everybody found out. They said he passed away in his car. He had I think a heart attack or something like that. But rest in peace to Tito Jackson, Michael Jackson's brother, child. Frankie Beverly, y'all, if y'all know who this man is, I don't know what to tell you, honey. Hit after hit after hit. This man put out a lot of hits. All right. Y'all know when y'all play his music, honey, at the family cookout, you already know a line dance is about to break out. So rest in peace to Frankie Beverly. Thank you, sir, for your services and all that great music you left behind, honey. We will always remember you. Shout out to Wally Amos, one of my favorite types of chocolate chip cookies. I ain't even gonna hold you some good ass cookies, okay? Famous Amos, he is the maker and founder of the one and only Famous Amos cookies, child. Y'all don't eat those, I don't know what to tell you, all right? Chips Ahoy are good, but these little cookies right here are some good cookies, all right? So shout out to him. Don't y'all find it weird how our black people, I'm gonna move on. Don't y'all find it weird how our people, not weird, but it's crazy how they don't acknowledge our people for the things that we create? Kind of like what is it, Aunt Jemima? The damn pancake syrup. Like they try to put a whole white lady over that. They try to change the name and the face and all that on the damn bottle. I was like, this lady made the syrup. Like, put her back on the damn syrup bottle. Aunt Jemima, okay? The pancake mix and all that. Like, damn, they don't like to give us credit for nothing. Y'all know black people back in the day, we used to mixing shit up and concoctions and coming up with stuff. You know, that's why they wanted us to cook for them back in the day. The white people, that's why they had the black people in their kitchen, because they knew we could throw down. They ain't want Becky's ass up in there cooking nothing because she ain't put no salt and pepper in no shit. But us, oh, y'all know your food gonna be seasoned right. We gonna get in there and whip it up, child, and make a whole meal out of nothing. Yeah, but let's move on. All right, Fat Man Scoop, y'all know who he is. Y'all know who he is. When y'all heard his voice on songs, you already know who he was. You didn't have to see his damn face. Fat Man Scoop, honey. Fat Man Scoop, Brooklyn. Y'all know who he was. Shout out to him. Rest in peace to him. You are missed. All right. Yes. Rich Homie Quan, y'all know who he is, honey. Listen, y'all remember when we heard that his girlfriend said she had left to go take the kids to school, came back, he was still laying on the couch. Allegedly, he took some type of, stuff he shouldn't have been taking, and it took him out. So we're losing him young, child, but Rich Homie Quan left this earth, honey, in 2024, and he is Miss Atlanta's own. All right. Yes, great music, honey. You still play his stuff right now. It's that. All right. So shout out to you. Rest in peace to you, sir. You are definitely missed. Thank you for your music. All right. We still going to be pumping it. All right. James Earl Jones. All right. James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones. I can't even talk this morning. Get out of here, Tisha and Wanda. Shout out to him. Rest in peace to him. When you see him, when you hear him, you even got to see him. When you hear his voice, you know who he is. Lion King, Coming to America. I think this is where most people really, really remember him. The Sandlot. Y'all remember the movie The Sandlot? I remember that movie as well. So many great. He's been doing movies forever. This man has really made his mark. He's read for a lot of other movies to where he's lended his voice to said movies. I like James Earl Jones, okay, but I think his most memorable role to me is Coming to America. My Son Works. Y'all remember that? Great movie. Great movie. We will always remember him. All right, so these are legends, honey. They have gone on in 2024. So rest in peace to all of them. Right? They say that voice. Right. Lion King. Y'all can put in the chat what you guys remember him as, okay? Shout out to him. All right, let's continue, honey. Let's continue. All right, so I knew Dwight Howard's ass was going to come out and speak after Royston put out part 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the other parts on his ass, telling how much of a pedo his ass is when he's supposed to be watching his son up over there, allegedly. So let's get into what he had to say, because I already knew he was going to come out and say something, trying to act all unbothered. But it bothered him. It rubbed him the wrong way, honey, when Royce put out there that his ass was up over there doing things to the son, well, knew about something that happened with his son and ain't said shit about it. So yeah, now that image, she chipping away at that image, and he said, bitch, let me get on live right quick. She doing all this talking, let me get my ass up over there and say something. Mr. We're not bothered. That's what he was saying. Him and Amy on a little vacation. Oh, we're not bothered by Royce and what she had to say. Well, bitch, it sound like you bothered here. Because now you're trying to sound all saved in your life. Everyone has a past. I hate when people do that. Be full of the bullshit and then want to be sitting up talking about, so everyone has a past and God has a way of changing people. He does. But you're the same nigga who said don't be trying to, ask him what he do behind closed doors. Like, you never deny when people ask you, are you gay? Do you like men? Or you run around here with Trans Ams, not the car? And you got a little attitude with people. Don't be, all up in my bed and all up, trying to worry about what I'm doing over here. Worry about yourself. Well, you are a public figure. And yeah, we clocking your bussy miles out here, if that's what we can call it. We gonna be clocking your bussy miles because you a real arrogant asshole out here. And now that we found out that you like to put hands on women, oh, it's up and it's stuck for your ass. Okay, let's get into what this clown had to say. All right, so it said that Dwight Howard responds to a fan that told him that Amy Luciani, child, that's the girl he get ready to marry, that she doesn't know what he did in his past. So that everybody in the world got a past. This is what he's saying. Says that you don't bring up the past in the relationship. Yes, the fuck you do. That's important. That's very pertinent information. That's why a lot of people get wrapped up in mess. Honey, yes, bussy mouths. That's why a lot of people get wrapped up with these ain't shit type of niggas out here because you be hiding shit. Your past is very much so essential in a relationship. When you're trying to get to know a person, that's why you ask, so what, so what is it that you like? And what is it that you do? You ask questions. That's how you get to know a person. You don't want to start with today and just be like, oh, we're going to move forward from today. No, bitch, I want to know what you did here and here. If you had a dick in your mouth, I want to know. Because that lets me get my decision in order in terms of if I want to fool with you. Like, I don't want to be with no man that was out here when you shouldn't have been doing that. That's supposed to be our job. Some of us. So yeah, if you were out there on that kind of time, running around with Trans Ams out here with your size 18 size foot and some damn heels, I want to know that shit. If you like to wear panties from time to time, and I can't go to Walmart without you putting my damn drawers on, when I come back and I look at my panty drawer, ain't shit in there because you don't wore all of them, I want to know that. I mean, that's some information that I want to know. But let's get into what this clown had to say. Oh, long head, hot dog head, nickel.
Somebody said, Amy, girl, you don't know what that man did in his past. See, that's why this person who just wrote that comment.
But God knows what you've done in your past.
I'm going to say it. That's why this person who wrote that comment will never get blessed like they supposed to.
Ever.
They talking about something, my past. Everybody in the world got a past. But guess what? When you get into a relationship with somebody, you don't bring the past in the relationship. The past is the past for a reason. Somebody like you will be stuck in the past for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And you won't get the benefits and the blessings that you're supposed to get.
Because you're worried about somewhere else and you worried about the past too much. Let it go. Whatever happened to me in 2024,
It ain't coming with me in 2025. Whatever happened in 2023,
it didn't come with me in 2024. Move along.
Now imagine something over a decade.
why would I keep something with me for over a decade ago? I'm not carrying that weight with me. I'm letting it go so I can be blessed. I'm not holding on to never.
Somebody said, Amy, girl, you don't know what that man did in his past. See, that's why this person who just wrote that comment.
But God knows what you've done in your past.
I'm going to say it. That's why this person who wrote that comment will never get blessed like they supposed to.
Ever.
They talking about something.
So people not getting blessed because they put out there that you are a super freak and that you be having Trans Ams at your house and naked people running around while your kids up over there. So people won't be blessed because they put the truth out about you, Dwight. That's your problem. You like to do crazy shit behind closed doors and then have this image out in public. And you don't want people to expose who you really are because you know you'd be doing some fucked up stuff. You really do. Now, that's your life. You want to be running around Trans Ams trying to do what you do. But don't be doing that shit around kids. And then when kids get involved and then your baby mama done got locked up over some bullshit that you helped orchestrate and sat back and watched. And you know, it's effed up. Now, it's sad to allege, honey. Let's stop sharing. It's sad and alleged that these two are in what they call a lavender relationship. Have you guys ever heard of that? Let's go ahead and pull it up. I've never heard of a lavender. I didn't know that relationships had a color. But this is called a lavender relationship that Amy Luciani, honey, from Love and Hip Hop decided to get her ass in with Dwight Howard. Because we all know, child, he like bussy juice all upon his body. Bussy juice all over your body. That's what you like, Dwight. All right, so sharing here on my screen. Ooh, child, because I did my due diligence to put this up for you, honey. Now, it says, let's blow it up. Now, that's Amy. Okay, that's Amy, child. And y'all know who this clown is. It says that Amy girl tell him to cough if the funds for Royce, cough up the funds for Royce. Said that don't nobody care you in a Lavender relationship, okay? So obviously they were asking, what is a damn Lavender relationship? Said that Dwight Howard and Amy Luciani accused of being in a Lavender relationship. Girl, it's purple unicorns and shit over there. Now I said that a Lavender relationship, let's blow it up a whole big so y'all can see it, child. So y'all can read along. All right, says that a Lavender relationship, girl, is a relationship between a heterosexual and a homosexual person, often to hide the latter's preference. Okay, so he's not ready to come out of the closet yet. So we already know who the heterosexual person is, which that would be Amy. And we already know who the homosexual person would be, and allegedly would be Dwight Howard. So now they're out here in the Lavender relationship is what they call this. I've never heard of that shit ever. I don't know. And I try to keep my ears to the streets real good. I ain't never heard no damn Lavender relationship. That was my first time hearing this shit yesterday. When I read it, I said, oh, I'm going to share that because somebody might be in a Lavender relationship out there and they don't even damn know it. Anybody in Lavender relationships? Oh, she is definitely a beard, Tam C. That's beard behavior. Yes, girl, honey. That is beard behavior. Let's put her picture back up there, girl. Yes, girl, you are a beard. Now, I feel like because I watched Love and Hip Hop, she is very desperate because not only was it's like she was trying to attach herself to somebody important as a come up, to seem important in a way. Because y'all know you got women out there that's like that. And they don't give a hot damn if you out here messing with men, women, Trans Ams. They don't give a hot damn. She was trying to be with Scrappy. And on Love and Hip Hop, she and Bambi were about to get in a whole full-fledged fight on the show about getting with Scrappy. And she was talking all kind of shit about Bambi. She didn't give a damn. And I don't really feel like she really liked Scrappy like that, because Scrappy ain't about shit. He ain't really got no money like that. I feel like it's the clout that comes with being with Scrappy. Okay. So she was really pushing up on Scrappy. And this was like most recently. So how you engaged to Dwight Howard and y'all literally just got into this relationship? It's given that y'all are rushing and that you have agreed to be with this man to kind of deflect from everybody saying that he like men and that he be running around here with these damn trainings. So it's given that you are in this relationship to help hide his situation behind closed doors. And what you get out of the deal is a lavish lifestyle to be called Mrs. Howard. You're going to probably be driving in some nice luxury cars and, of course, living in a huge mansion. So you stand to gain more out of this situation for helping cover up his lifestyle because he's not ready to come out of the closet. If you guys know, he just had this case that just came out where this Trans Am was saying that he met Dwight in the DMs. They showed their DMs back and forth in court to where Dwight was propositioning this dude, asking him for naked pictures. He was asking him, can he do dome on him? He was asking him, certain things he likes sexually. These are things that Dwight was talking about with this said Trans and this alleged gay individual. Dwight asked him to come to his house. The guy said that Dwight was being very forceful with him, being very aggressive with him sexually, and was trying to make him do sexual things he did not want to do. And upon him getting there, it said that Dwight called another Trans Am up out the room, and dude did not even know that said person was there. And that's when he said, no, I don't want to do this because I was under the guise that it was going to be just you and I. So Dwight, he said, became very enraged, stood over him, and was aggressive and was trying to hold him down, was literally holding him down to make him do certain sexual things he did not want to do. Amy, you are a beard and you're with a dangerous individual because Royce also just came out and we talked about this yesterday, how she experienced physical, psychological, emotional abuse from Dwight Howard. Do I believe her? I do, because everybody can't be lying about this person. And the fact that you're getting into a situation with a person who you don't really know, why is it that women always like to say the other woman is jealous because you got with an ain't shit nigga? Like, Dwight ain't shit. He's just a nigga with money. Like, stop sitting up here acting like he is the best thing since sliced bread when you have put yourself in a situation and a woman who knows him better than anyone is trying to tell your stupid ass, but because you have made such a deal to be in a Lavender relationship to cover up for this nigga and his sexuality, you are putting yourself in a dangerous situation. Your ass gonna probably be over there with other Trans Ams. Your ass gonna probably be over there made to be doing things that you don't want to do, because Roy said that she had to do the same thing, being with Dwight. And she felt forced to do it out of fear. That's what she said. Yeah. Money ain't everything. Lifestyles, not everything. When it comes to your reputation, your life, your dignity, and everything else about you as a woman. Stop doing that shit, women, because a man with a little change wants you to cover up for it, or just be with him. It ain't got to be that he's gay or out here running around with Trans Ams. It ain't got to be about that. But you got women out here that will attach themselves to men just because they got a little something, a little clout, a little money, driving a nice car, and they allow certain things to be done to them and participate in certain things to please said individual in order to keep a certain lifestyle. And that's some dangerous shit. I will never jeopardize my integrity as a woman for a fucking dime. You know why? Because one, I'm independent. I don't care who I meet. I don't care who I'm with. I had my own shit prior to meeting my husband. My own shit. I had my own home. Everything I already had prior. So when you meet me, you got to bring your shit. That means we combine. You got your shit, I got mine. That means you can't control me. You can't tell me when to come and go, bitch. I'm not asking you for $1 so I can go out and hang with my friends, because you know why? Bitch, we got it. It's in my account. I go my account. I don't need you for shit. So, Amy, you're in a situation where you're solely relying on Dwight Howard and what he has, what he can provide for you, what he can do for you, all of the things in order to cover for him, and so you can live a certain type of way. And that is something I will never do. I'm sorry. I don't give a hot damn. I'm not going to lay back and watch my man be with another man because I got a fucking Ferrari in the garage. That shit ain't going to never happen. F that. So, honey, enjoy the lavender life. All right. And we're going to move on. Ooh, that's nasty. Enjoy the lavender life, sis. Okay. Let's move on. Ain't that sad? Ooh, I hope nobody in my chat is living like that, child, because Lord have mercy, child. That's just not how you live out here, child. That's just not how you live out here. Okay, it's so much more to life. Too many dicks in the room. It's just too much, child. Too many cooks pissing in the damn soup. That's what the old people used to say. Too many cooks pissing in the damn soup. Too many dicks in the room. Shouldn't be but one in there. All right, one for JJ, one WAP, and one dick. That's all I need. Like they say, all you need is one mic. That's all you need is one mic. You don't need too many mics. All right, let's move on. All right, so Whitney Houston's former bodyguard admits that he once tempted to give up everything for her, child. Is that where the movie came from? Y'all know Kevin Costner, child. He was filming the movie with Whitney and them fell in love with her ass. Whitney must have had that good. I don't know. But anywho, y'all know I love me some Whitney Houston, child. Love her down. Oh my God, miss her so much. But let's get into what this is saying. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Now, on Friday, December 27th, the Daily Mail, shout out to them, published a new interview with former British police officer David Roberts, who is 73 years old now, who opens up about his time protecting the iconic Whitney Houston, who passed away in 2012. God, do it seem like it's been that long? Now, at the time of at the age of 48. Okay, she was 48 when she passed. Now, the 1992 film, The Bodyguard, you guys, which stars Whitney Houston, is said to be loosely based on the duo's real-life dynamic. Did y'all know that? Now, Roberts, who served as Whitney Houston's bodyguard from 1988 to 1995, is gearing up to release a memoir, Protecting Whitney, okay, out next month. I'll be reading it because I want to know. It says that Roberts, who met Houston when she was 23 years old, has insisted that her safety was always his utmost priority when he served as her bodyguard. However, he recalled one evening when the icon affectionately laid her head on his shoulder. Lay your head on my shoulder. That's what she did, girl. Let me find out. It says that leaving him tempted to give up everything just by your head on the shoulder. Oh. Did her head accidentally fall on your lap after it was on your shoulder? Because you weren't trying to give up everything from just somebody's head on your shoulder, child. If her head fell down in your lap, then I see why you're doing it. But anyway, it says that and change the dynamic, child, of their professional relationship. Okay. Ooh, child, Whitney was a little freak. Ain't nothing wrong with the girl. Do what you gotta do. Now, it says that speaking with the outlet, it says that Roberts noted that he knew to maintain his boundaries, explaining that if you cross that line, that you lose your objectivity, child. And that makes it dangerous for the person that you're protecting. I agree. Because see, why you over there giving her eyes, okay? Somebody could be over here getting ready to pow pow, and you don't see all that because you over here giving Whitney eyes and whatnot, like this right here, girl. Mm-hmm. While you over there blowing kisses and whatnot, and you know, with her head on your shoulder and all of that. You don't see the person over here trying to run up on y'all and do something because you so enamored, honey. Y'all like that word, enamored? You so enamored by Whitney and her beauty and her leg, her head on your shoulder and her head falling in your lap and whatnot in the car, girl. Let's continue, child. Oh, this is getting juicy. Is it hot in here? Oh, it's just me. All right. Says that that was why Frank Farmer, which you guys know Kevin Costner played in the movie, okay, Houston's character couldn't be together. Says that he crossed the line and that he was, and that was the end of him in the capacity of what he was employed to do. Okay, y'all remember Frank Farmer in The Bodyguard? I've watched that movie so many times, y'all, and every now and then I'll just go watch it just because I miss Whitney and just to watch her stand up there singing, just the whole. Oh my God, that's like one of my favorite movies. That, Waiting to Exhale, like anything that she's in, I love Whitney. I'm like probably one of her biggest fans. No, like I told y'all how when I was younger, I would stand in the damn mirror with the brush, child, and be just singing Whitney Houston, child. I play the damn music. I be trying to sing every note too, child. Huge fan of Whitney Houston. Love her. All right, let's continue though. So Roberts, honey, adds that much of what was contained in the film that she and I actually lived through it. So they based that from their life. So you know, The Bodyguard was based on him and Whitney. Said that little details such as Rachel holding on to the back of his shirt to escape crowds of fans. It says that that was how we did it. Said that despite apparent feelings of wanting to be more than employee and employer, Roberts confesses that there was no real life romance between he and Houston. Said additionally, Roberts, who was born in Wales and now lives in Florida, says it also reveals that he still has a note that Whitney Houston wrote The Bodyguard more than 35 years ago. Says that he says that it was on a post-it note and that she pushed it under the door of my room at the Regency Hotel in Hong Kong in 1988. He said, I still have it and it's rather faded with time, but still precious to me. Oh, I feel like he really had feelings for her. And I feel like he's holding on to whatever that he has that she's maybe given him or that he can remember her by. And you know, to remember her and his love for her, but he knew that he could not cross those lines and be with her like that. I never found out Whitney was down with this world. Child was better than being with Bobby back then because Bobby's wild ass was being high and that and crazy and erratic back then. So maybe that was her piece during that time that she was filming the movie, and I feel like she had some feelings for him too. If you guys remember how the movie kind of played out, I feel like she really had some feelings for him. And something else that I was reading up during the time that they were filming the movie, y'all know that she was and she was pregnant during the time, the first time when she wound up having a miscarriage, all right? I know my history with Whitney, baby. But Bobby Brown, they're saying, was very much so jealous of this role that she was playing because he could see like chemistry between Whitney and Kevin Costner during the time that they were filming the movie, that he was very upset at certain scenes that Whitney was playing, like when she had to kiss him and like they're, you know, because they had that real chemistry in the movie. And if you guys go back and look at, like, it's a recent video out there where they were honoring Kevin Costner and they was playing Whitney Houston's song, he just broke down and started crying. I feel like he really started to develop some feelings for her as well. So I don't feel like all of that was acting, y'all. I don't feel like all that was acting in the movie The Bodyguard. I feel like Kevin Costner really felt that. And even at her funeral, when he spoke, like he could barely speak. You could tell like Whitney was definitely somebody that he began to fall for. He loves some Whitney Houston, and to this day, he still cries when they talk to him about Whitney. I'm gonna have to find that video and I'll play it for you guys later, where they were honoring him and they played her song, I Will Always Love You. And he was so overcome by emotion just by thinking about her, hearing her voice. Like he loved Whitney Houston. So this is gonna be a good memoir, all right? So yes, honey. Yes, honey. So y'all remember that's how Wendy looked. Whitney, she was pregnant. Look at her face, you can tell. That's her, honey. And look at Bobby over there, mad as hell. So this says in November 1992, premiere of The Bodyguard picture, David Roberts, Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, and Kevin Costner. Okay, that's him over here. Okay, that's the real Bodyguard, and that's Kevin Costner who played the Bodyguard with Whitney. Y'all can visibly look at her face and tell she's a little puffy because she was carrying. All right, look at her boobies. Okay, and I'm Every Woman video. You know she's pregnant in that. So that's them, child. That's Protecting Whitney, the memoir of the bodyguard David Roberts. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be good. David Roberts. All right. So yeah, I can't wait for that to come out. I have to read that. I love anything dealing with Whitney Houston. So shout out to David Roberts, okay, for sharing that. All right, let's get into this here thing here, child, because this kind of pissed me off a little bit. But y'all know we have to switch it up and talk about different things. So this next topic is where this little Caucasian boy pleads guilty to trying to unalive by drowning a black teen while taunting George Floyd as he couldn't breathe. All right, this is very crazy. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked and shout out to CBS News Boston for this particular segment. Let's get into it.
New at 6, a Cape Cod teenager has pleaded guilty to attempted murder. This is in connection to a 2023 drowning attempt that prosecutors say was racially motivated. John Sheeran is set to be sentenced in February. Investigators say the then 14-year-old texted a 15-year-old black boy to meet him at Gooseneck Pond in Chatham. This was back in July of 2023. They say Sheeran called the boy a racial slur and then pulled him under the water 4 to 5 times. New at 6, a Cape Cod teenager.
Crazy as hell. Now, text messages prove you invited him there and you had motive to unalive this person. So that would be called what do they call it? Damn, why my brain ain't working this morning? Damn. Anyway, you text him prior to let him know to meet you there. So that was you already thought about that shit prior to doing it. Okay. Damn. My first 48 skills is off a little bit this morning, y'all. All right, because my brain is like this morning. All right, so socialites get into this story. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. All right, says that the white teen John Sheeran recently pled guilty to trying to drown a black teenager in Cape Cod Pond. It says, and if that wasn't bad enough, said the prosecutor said that the teen who was premeditated is what I'm thinking about. It was premeditated. All right, what you did. So if that wasn't enough, said the prosecutor said that the teen who was 14 at the time was calling his black friend the N-word while holding his head underwater. That's a hate crime. All of that. Where would he get that from at 14? Says that, but the real kicker is, says that another white kid with him was laughing and calling the drowning teen George Floyd because he couldn't breathe. That is so sad, y'all. Says that the victim's own words in his statements are chilling. He said that the other defendants started laughing and calling me George Floyd, obviously making fun of me and showing me no remorse. Wow. It said that, can you imagine the terror and the disrespect? It says that this boy was fighting for his life while being mocked by the name of a man who passed away begging for air, which is George Floyd. Thankfully, somebody on the beach heard the commotion and pulled the young boy out of the water. Thank God. Okay. Now, the Sharon, honey, who is 15, is facing some serious charges over the Goose Pond in Chatham incident that happened on July 19th of 2023, attempted unaliving and assault with a dangerous weapon. Oh my goodness, these kids are crazy, ain't it? Now it says that he's being charged as a youthful offender, which means the judge can decide to sentence him as a juvenile or an adult. It says that as of the other kid involved, they did not say. That child should also be charged as well. You were there, you witnessed it, you did not go and get help. So you should also be charged as well, other kid who was there and saw the shit happening and was laughing and calling this person George Floyd. You did not run to get help and say, hey, this person is doing something that I think he might harm or unalive this person. Can y'all come and help? You didn't do that. So, you know, you just like a person who goes and try to rob a bank. If you are the getaway driver, you get just as much time almost as the person who took their ass in the bank. So bottom line is, no, I do not feel the other child should get off just because they were standing there taunting. I feel like he should always also be charged as well. Do I think that this 15-year-old should be charged as a youthful offender? I do not, because you want to out here acting like a grown-up and doing shit that maybe you saw somewhere else. You knew this was wrong at 15. You know what you're doing and you know right from wrong. So if had that been, I'm gonna go ahead and be one thou wow. Had that been, I feel like they would have been charged as an adult. I'm sorry. I don't feel like the judge would have said, okay, youthful offender, let's try them as a child. No. Had a black child done that to a white child, he would have been charged as an adult. I'm sorry. The justice system sometimes can be very effed up in terms of who they protect and how they charge and or sentence people, which I think is so unfortunate because our kids sometimes can be doing some fucked up stuff too, just like white kids. And bottom line is, if you're doing the same crime, bitch, you should get the same motherfucking time. I'm so tired of seeing these crazy ass children that are not Black go out here and commit crimes, and they get off sometimes on probation when our kids probably get time in prison and sometimes life in 30 and 40 years. It's not fair. I don't think that is right. Bottom line, I do not think that this child should be charged as a youthful offender. I don't. I think that he should get some time. Just like the child who put pause on his teacher for taking his game station. Y'all remember the child that went off on his teacher and put pause on him? He was a Black kid who had mental issues, and they threw the book at that child. They said he was autistic and had other things going on, and his teacher took his little gaming system from him, and he snapped off on the teacher and slammed the teacher. Y'all remember we talked about that here. They threw the book at that child, even with the mother, the doctors, and everybody else saying, hey, this child does have some mental issues. He's kind of slow. He's autistic, da-da-da-da. The judge didn't give a fuck about that because you know what? Had that been a white kid, he probably would have got probation. He probably would have got, a very light sentence. So in this situation, I do not believe that this child should get off. I don't think that he should get a slap on the hand, because suppose someone did not hear the commotion in that moment and that child would have taken his last breath at that pond. Then what? I feel it was premeditated, like I said, because you sent out a whole damn text message. That shit is wild. It's beyond me, y'all. Let's move on, because that's going to make me mad if I keep talking about it, okay? It's going to make me mad. All right, so let's get into some gaslighting, all right? Maurice the gaslighter. Maurice is not the only gaslighter in this clip. Pay very close attention to Nell Fletcher. Nell Fletcher is a gaslighter. She wants to make the audience think that she is, and she's using this, I was your mentor. That's her favorite thing to say. I was your mentor. I was your mentor. She tried the same shit with Tisha. Oh, I was your mentor. You're trying to say I didn't mentor you. Girl, sit down. Now it's I'm this important individual. She wants to look like this important person to stand out on the show as saying that she's mentoring all these people, when you really should be mentoring your husband, who is in women's DMs, girl. Did I say that? Yes, you did, girl. So you should be thinking about that versus trying to mentor everybody else. How is it you can mentor Melody and Destiny and everybody else, but you can't mentor the person who you lay next to every night, who is still in women's DMs trying to proposition them like the clowns that he run with? That would be Marceau, Maurice, and Marcel, and the other guys, okay? But let's get into this clip, which is what's going to happen next on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I'm going to point out to you guys what I'm talking about. Pay very close attention to the first segment where Melody sits down with Maurice and he tries to gaslight her into saying that you tried to paint me out as this narrative, as this person, you tried to disparage my character. Nigga, your character is a bitch who goes to Vegas and do threesomes and trains on people, according to what Shan had to say. Your character is a nigga who opened up your business to where people can be back there humping on your good old table that motherfuckers be signing contracts on. That's what we need to be focused on. But let's continue. All right.
Next on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
You're going from person to person, disparaging my character to a number of individuals.
I think when it comes to your character, you kind of took care of that on your own.
There it is. Look at his face. So I think this particular scene, because we've already heard them talk about this before, about Maurice's DUI. What he's trying to do is reel Mel in and bait her into retracting what she had to say, because his image is something that he's trying to keep intact. Maurice has a certain image to where he wants to be seen as this important attorney who does no wrong, but by night, he's this nigga who sits and stands guard at the door while niggas is in his business back there with hoes in his office rooms, getting it on, according to Shan. Let's not forget her. Now, we're going to talk about some shit later, then I'm going to play for y'all. Shout out to somebody else, and we're going to talk about that later. But right here, he's trying to make Melody backtrack on what she had to say about him and insinuate about him with lipstick on him as to say that he was up to no good while he was out all night during the night that he got arrested for the said DUI and ran into somebody's whole car. So Maurice don't want to talk about that shit. But that was talked about in the court paperwork, in your actual mugshot that was released. That's public information. But he doesn't want to talk about that because he feels that because he was able to manipulate his way into getting off on said DUI, he doesn't want Melody to talk about that when he's chosen to talk about her life, her marriage, and everything dealing with her. So now that the tables have turned on him, his narc ass sitting up here with his big ass, thick ass head is sitting here mad because Melody will not retract her statement and do it on camera so that he can look a certain type of way. Okay, let's continue.
You think you was wrong for whatever you and Martell did, and you had your hand in introducing him to Trish?
Well, first of all, that's a damn lie.
Now, I don't think Chris Fletcher is as innocent as people like to say that they are. All right. Birds flock to child. Let me say it. How I want to say it. People that hang together pretty much sometimes do the same shit. All right. You are what you hang around. Chris Fletcher noticed whenever they start talking about cheating allegations and you was with this one and shareable side chicks and shit like that. Notice Chris gets very quiet. Chris don't be saying too much. Chris don't jump in trying to break up nothing and trying to pipe nobody down because Chris has his shit that he's done as well. All right. Nell knows about it. She's experienced her infidelities in the marriage with Chris from a younger woman because they all like them young. Oh, yeah, they all like them young. They like them young girls. Them young girls try to throw that thing. See, Nell ass, she got problems with her knees. She ain't got them Megan Thee Stallion knees, but them young girls do. Oh, yeah, this young girl's got the good knees. Nell, you went out here and got you a whole full BBL and all this other stuff, allegedly child tummy tucks and all that, trying to look young, wearing your little wigs out here, put on, I don't know who drew your eyebrows on, but baby, you out here trying to look like a young little PYT out here. But your husband like them young girls because he be up in the DMs. I done told y'all where one of the women came out and one of the subscribers talked about Chris Fletcher was in her DMs as well, trying to holler. I told y'all that on my channel. So he's still out there doing the same shit that Nell was trying to say, oh, we're back together for 18 months. Fletcher was out there and I ran out there and jumped on the girl. Well, just because you jumped on her don't mean that that you stopped all of his infidelities because he's still doing the shit. That's who you married. And you lose them how you get them because Chris was married when you met him. So, of course, he's going to continue to lie to you and do the same shit that Martell, Maurice, and Marceau allegedly are doing in those streets because they hang together. It's no coincidence that Chris would hook up Martell with Trish during the same time that he and Mel are separated, okay? Because they really didn't know at that point in time if they were going to divorce. Mel just decided to move out at that moment. So you supposed to be her mentor that y'all like to keep saying, but you're going to run out here and hook him up and have somebody coming to Martell's home where Mel shared said home where she had to move out with her children, where her children's furniture was still there. Like, hello. That is very inappropriate.
I get everybody to put your hands together for our beautiful host, the one and only Melody Cherie.
Black Business Expo.
No, it's not the Black Business Expo, okay?
Almost I would expand it to this group of me you're talking.
You can say I'd rather not say, hey, that's none of your business. But a bald-faced lie to me.
All right. What's the lie? That I'm in love with her?
Me making a statement that I made, me owning up to it, and you rattling off about.
Why didn't rattle?
Well, you talking about me not being your mentor. And it's like you played our relationship down, like you discredit me.
Why is Neil always doing these fake tears and playing victim in all of her scenes? It's like you're trying to come off as being likable. You want people to show you some type of sympathy, and you always cook up these fake ass tears. You did it when you and Chris Fletcher on this last episode where y'all were doing the little sword thing, and out of nowhere she was fine, and then out of nowhere you cooked up these crazy ass tears and start, oh, my mother, I don't know if I want to have the anniversary dinner because my mom, thinking about my mother, which, you know, she probably was thinking about her mother, but she just kills me, unalives me when she does this whole fake crying bullshit, trying to get this sympathy and want people to sympathize with her. in every single scene. Like, girl, get over yourself. You're no one's mentor, Nell. You are messy as everybody on this fucking show. You are. And you low-key be behind a lot of the bullshit that be going on, but you be trying to distance yourself from that because you want to have this persona of being everybody's mentor because you're the oldest woman on this fucking show. But then you don't like to be called old, but you're the mentor. Mess around and call her old on the show. She has checked Kimmy. She done checked Mel. She done checked Tisha. Everybody for calling her ass old. You are old, baby. You're the oldest one on this show, and you're trying to compete with the younger women on the show by continuing to go get your body done and this tucked and Nick's tucked and everything else tucked. You want to be young to compete with the other women, but then it's so convenient for you to always use the word mentor when it comes to describing who you are and your relationship is with other women on this damn show. I don't think Mel needs to be mentored. I think Melody makes her decisions in terms of what she wants to do. Now, when she did come to you and ask you questions because you were married the longest on this damn show to Chris Fletcher, you know, marital advice, she trusted you in that moment and things that she was going through. She trusted you enough to come and sit down and talk to you about things in her marriage that she was dealing with Martell. Okay. I wouldn't say that's a mentor. I would say that that's a friend who's leaning on you at that time, and she trusted you because she didn't want to talk to other people who may put her business out, like the Scotts. So yeah, she trusted you in that moment. So now you coming on this show and I'm your mentor. I'm your mentor. Melody's letting you know, like, you're not my mentor. Like, thank you for being a fake friend, but mentor, no. Okay. No. All right. So Nell, thank you for being a fake mentor. Nell is like, yeah, no. Out of all the shit that you had to say to try to steer me in the right direction, your situation ain't even where it needs to be. So how you mentoring me and your husband still in DMs trying to bust bitches down? Like, stop it. Stop it. Okay. Thank you, girl, and goodbye. Thank you, girl, and goodbye. Let's move on. There's more. Joe Budden is charged after a naked incident, child, in Edgewater, New Jersey. Why everybody would be naked in public? I don't get it. Said, child, I'm headed to the ghetto from what? Said to me, child. Let me get out of y'all business, child. Let me get out of y'all business, child. All right, let's get into Joe Budden out here, child, being naked. All right. Why everybody want to be naked in public? Ooh, child. All right, so he has been arrested, child. Joe Budden. Joe Budden is charged after a naked incident in Edgewater, New Jersey. All right, shout out to the Baller Alert because that's what we saw. Now, formerly known, Twitter, formerly known as X, formerly known as Twitter, of course, is buzzing after a viral tweet revealed that Joseph Budden Jr., known as Joe Budden, who is 44 years old, was charged with lewdness following an unusual incident earlier this month. Now, on December 29th, child, right after Christmas, he done went out and got naked. When a Twitter account by the name of the October Film posted a screenshot of Budden's arrest record with the caption. Says that breaking news at Joe Budden has a court date on January 16th for disorderly lewdness, a charge related to sexual misconduct, or indecency in public. Says that he previously claimed that the JBP had to relocate for recording in a residential building, but there seems to be more to the story. Stay tuned. It goes on to say that the post quickly gained traction. Now, on December 30th of 2024, the Edgewater Police Department issued a press release providing details of the December 4th event. Now, according to the statement, officers were called to an Edgewater apartment complex at approximately 7:21 a.m. child after a resident reported a disturbing incident. Damn, he got up early to do that. Now, the caller, who was alerted by their doorbell camera, saw their neighbor identified as Joe Budden Jr. standing completely naked, you guys, outside of their apartment door. It says that the video allegedly shows Budden, standing out there, but booty naked, child. All right, so let's get into the next tab here. It says the breaking news, the Joe Budden has a court date, and it talks about that. So here is the actual claim right here, where it says defendant's name. It gives his name, Joe Budden. Court date issued on, so he has to go to court on January 16th of 2025 at 3 p.m. It has the complaint number there. It has the issue date, which is 12/4. It has the court, which he has to go to Edgewater Municipal Court. The status, of course, they show is active. The description of what he's been charged for, which shows here lewdness observed by others. So why, I don't know, was he drunk or I don't know what he was going through, where he was butt booty naked standing outside somebody's door on their doorbell camera. So they called the police on his ass. Out here being nasty as hell. So that's his mug shot right here, as you guys can see. All right. Edgewater Police Department, Donald A. Martin, Chief of Police, released this about Joe Budden. All right. It says that, well, we already read it. I ain't gonna read it again. But as you guys can see down here on the bottom is his mug shot where he was actually arrested for lewd conduct. All right. So Joe Budden, get your shit together and go put you on some damn clothes, because that's not giving what it needs to give. All right. All right. So let's continue. Let's continue. All right, so the people are starting to believe that Miss Arionne Curry, let's get back to my main screen. All right, let's get into some Love and Marriage Huntsville tea. Somebody said, wow. Let's get into some Love and Marriage Huntsville tea. Okay, yeah. Love and Marriage Huntsville tea and some Arionne Curry tea. Shout out to, I guess, Anthony Lofty's, because he did play, which was sent to me by a couple of my subscribers. He's playing some audios on his channel. You guys can go watch it over there. I will not play it on my channel because I'm not going to risk my channel, but I will talk about what I did here. So I'm going to give him his shout out because he did bring that to the internet streets. All right. Because that's what we got to do. So the people are stating, and they believe that Arionne Curry, you guys, is an op to Martell. She's not really there for Martell. She's there for fame, because Martell child has connections to fame, and that's what she's wanted since day one when she met Martell. It says that Arionne actually is an op to Martell and really not somebody that is like in love with him, and she's just only with him because he has connections. Now they're saying that prior to the interview where Shan sat down with Martell and Arionne, it said that Arionne was heard saying that she needed to get away from Martell, and that she could be way further in life without him because she feels that he's holding her back. Now, I think somebody else talked about that before, where Arionne was putting out different insinuations about Martell and how he's holding her back and how she needs to get away from him. She even at one point said that she was moving out of Huntsville to move, I think, back to move to Atlanta, rather, to be closer to her sister. And that's always when she gets mad at Martell. Now it says that she also said that she wants Melody to get full custody of the kids, you guys. I was like, maybe she's saying that because she is tired of watching Mel's kids whenever Martell has the kids for his week on, because Martell makes her watch the kids and do all the things that, you know, cooking and all that. Y'all remember Martell said in his Tasha K interview that Arionne has things to do. She's very busy. Meaning when his kids come over to his house, she got to cook. She got to make sure the kids' hair is done. She's the one that's making sure the kids are taken care of. And a lot of times she watches the kids while he goes out to be with other women. Did y'all know that? Arionne's a babysitter. Notice anytime that they go somewhere where Martell has the kids, Arionne goes because she's kind of like a babysitter, the help in regards to Martell when he has the kids. He's not good with the kids by himself. That's why Arionne is there, because she's the one who's watching. Notice the video where Knox was doing this to Sugar Mama. Who had Sugar Mama? Where the hell was Martell? Arionne had Sugar Mama. Arionne was watching Sugar Mama, not Martell. He was somewhere in the damn mall or wherever the hell they were doing his thing, and Arionne was watching Sugar Mama. Okay. Now they're saying that that's the reason why she released the video, is because she wanted Melody to see said video of what was really going on and who's actually watching her child when it's Martell's time to watch the kids. She usually have the kids. That's why she can freely get on the internet and say, oh, our kids. When she said our kids, she's alluding to the fact that she do be watching the kids. Yeah, that's what she's saying. So she did say, and she said on said video, that she did want Martell to have full custody of the children. Yeah. So they said that Martell, like I said, makes her keep the kids, and she's tired of that to go see other women. All right. So she's tired of being his babysitter, cooking for them, doing their laundry, things of that nature. So it says that now there's a video out there that was released, like I said, of Knox, and I just said that. Let's move on. Now, they said Arionne is also heard saying that Martell is unraveling and that he needs help. I told you guys a bit back before all this shit came out that Arionne was saying that she was kind of afraid of Martell, that he was unraveling. He was kind of going crazy behind closed doors with all of this court stuff that was going on, the revenge piece stuff going on. He was unraveling. He didn't have the money for like attorneys. He was scared that Melody was trying to get full custody. He doesn't want her to have full custody because that's his only way of being able to hold on to Mel. If he still has his 1 week on, 1 week off, then he doesn't get to see Mel. He doesn't get to interact, especially through the kids, because, you know, he questioned them on what does Mel do? What is this? What is Mel doing? He's able to question them, and they're scared in terms of not giving him information because he uses, I'm gonna get the belt and, you know, corporal punishment in terms of getting information about their mother. So that's his only source of being able to know what Mel is doing, which is the kids. So he doesn't want Mel to get full custody because then that would mean he does not have access to Mel. So that's his only way of having access to her is by the kids. All right. So says that she's Arionne is actually suffering behind the scenes with Martell because he's pretty much the gatekeeper to her success. So she's trying to hang in there until he actually gives her what he promised her, which is fame. She's been wanting to be famed. She's been promised to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville, in which Carlos King had already said that she would never be because she's too fucking disrespectful. Plus the other members of, well, not members, but cast of the show don't want to film with her because Arionne knows too much of their business. They all have to agree for her to come on the show, one of which Melody would not do because Melody's already made it known that if and when Carlos allows Arionne to come onto the show, she's quitting. She's not filming with her, and I don't blame her. Melody pitched the show. She paid for the pilot of the show. She came up with the concept of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So why would Arionne, someone who messed with her husband, had a whole baby on her husband, babies that never even made it by way of AB, with her husband, ex-husband, why would she get an opportunity to come on her show to earn a bag from her show? And I get it. So Arionne is mad because Martell had promised her certain things that he's not delivering. So now she's starting to speak up and speak against him. All right. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's giving. Now Arionne also says that she hold on. She actually says on a video that Martell doesn't want her to suck his peen, you guys. It says, but someone else, but he wanted someone else to do it. Okay. So while he's keeping her close and making everybody think that she is his woman, it's total lies. Now go back to the scene where the Fletchers invited Mel and Martell to their home. Arionne spoke on this and said video as well, where she says that y'all remember when Mel threw the glass at Martell, where he says that I found this other girl over here who gives me what I need, and she, you know, she's pleasing me sexually. I found this other person. He didn't say girl, he said other person. But Arionne is saying that Martell was not talking about her in that scene. Y'all know that? Arionne is saying that Martell was not talking about her in that scene where they were sitting at the Fletcher's house and Mel stood up and threw the glass at him. Arionne was alluding to the fact that it could have been a male individual, allegedly, that was giving Martell said pleasure, because she says that anytime she tries to suck his D, he doesn't want her to do it. He finds somebody else to do it. Did y'all know that? I said, what the hell? So she said that was not her that Martell was talking about when he threw that up in Melody's face. That's what Arionne is saying. Okay. So the video that we saw was some good acting skills and them being all lovey-dovey from their live. That's just not what it is. Arionne is sticking around for what she originally was there for, which was fame. She already knew who Martell was prior to him approaching her. She knew. So when he turned his attention to her, she did exactly what Shan was trying to do with Marceau, which was trying to come up, which was trying to get rich. And y'all know they were trying to have babies by then. We're going to get into some other stuff about babies because, baby, y'all going to be like, ooh, y'all going to gag. All right, so Arionne speaks on abuse from Martell as well, where she says that he has put hands on her numerous times, where she calls him very mental and also bipolar. I think she's a little bipolar too, because you're sticking around and staying. Yeah, so she said that he is, like Martell said in his live, I never put hands on you, right? Y'all remember when the two of them went live together and she sat there staring at the floor. Visibly, her face was swollen, and she could not even look up into the camera. So she's saying that he has been abusive towards her. and it's on video. This is video of her, audio of her saying that Martell has actually put hands on her when he coerced her into saying, I'd never do that. I would never put hands on a woman. And I was down there filming on set. I never did that. I would never touch you. Would I put my hands on you? Have I ever put hands on you? And then she says, in said live, no, because I'm a hit back or I'm a fight back. No. So Arionne, like I said, has been speaking to several bloggers about Martell, about what's going on behind the scenes. She's been also having conversations with blogger AL, at which he has revealed her conversations on his channel as well. So now that they are not in good standing with Tasha K, because I just told you guys yesterday in my live where she drugged them royally about said interview that they just did with Shan, as to say that it was a whole fucking mess. She said that Martell looked like a whole bitch in the interview because Arionne kept telling him to shut up, when in reality that Martell should not have even been in the fucking interview, that Arionne should have interviewed Shan by herself and just allowed it to be just the two women, and maybe the interview would have been a lot better and more information would have came out. But she said that Martell looked like a whole bitch, at which I showed you guys the text messages where he reached out to Tasha K to ask, why you go so hard on me? Why you go so hard on me and Arionne about said interview? And Tasha was like, I don't give no fucks, because y'all tried to use me in order to get views from me versus allowing me to do the fucking interview first, because y'all looked a whole fucking mess. All right. Now, while we're speaking on Tasha K, there's a particular guy who popped up in her, did I put it in there? Hold on. Oh, yeah, here it is. Who popped up in Tasha K's chat. Shout out to one of my subbies for sending me this, okay? Who speaks on Martell. Allegedly, he knows Martell from the hood or from them growing up in Huntsville. And he puts a comment in Tasha K's chat, in her chat, as she's speaking on Martell, as she's dragging Martell and Arionne. Let's go ahead and look at this, all right? Shout out to one of my subbies. As you guys can see, this is the video where we played a little bit of it yesterday from Tasha K, dragging the hell out of Martell and Arionne and Shan's interview. So let's scroll down and let me blow it up as big as I can. All right, so this guy, his name is the Black FinTech Intelligence. All right, he says that when I was in the feds, he says that one of Martell's homies told me so many gangster stories about dude. Okay. It says that the man was a mobster when he was younger. Well, we know that because the motherfucker tried to steal ATMs and everything else, and it was looking at 10 years of hard time when Melody actually stepped in and used her sources to get Martell out of that situation and to have his record expunged. That's why Martell was bragging about when that whole ATM situation hit the internet. He was bragging about, oh, that's lies. I was never because he knew his record was expunged, and he was counting on people not being able to pull up his mugshot and all this other stuff. Well, his mugshot actually got leaked, and the story was actually leaked because I actually covered it on my channel as well and read word for word when the situation took place, where it took place, and the charges that Martell was actually facing. Now, this person here, the Black FinTech Intelligence, says that he actually knows Martell very well, and that he knows plenty gangster stories about Martell. Martell is a real gangster. He is no different than his brother, who's sitting in prison right now, who served, who's been in prison multiple times. Martell talked about how he had to go to a certain school back in the day when he was younger because he was so bad. He ran the streets, and he was bullied as a kid. So his bullying turned into him being a bully and committing crimes, you guys. Martell is a dangerous dude. What y'all see on national television is not the person he really is, okay? Oh, he's not the person that you guys see. It says that the man name is Gold in the streets of Alabama. I'm gonna read it again. The Black FinTech Intelligence says that when I was in the feds, meaning when he was locked up, says that one of Martell's homies told me so many gangster stories about Martell. It says that the man was a mobster when he was younger, running the streets, committing crimes, dangerous crimes at that. It says that the man name is Gold in the streets of Alabama. Said it right there. So this guy actually knows Martell and knows of Martell, and probably know his brother too. Martell ran a lot with his brother. So this whole bullshit of him getting on the show, I'm trying, where he had his brother on that episode. Y'all remember when he came to his house talking about he want to help him do better and get out of the streets. Nigga, you was in the streets with him. How you gonna help him not be something that you are? You still a fucking gangster, and you're using the courts as a means to be a gangster in terms of holding on to mail, all these lies, filing all these motions. That's some gangster bullshit. Because it's unheard of for 6 years for your ass to be divorced and you still in the same place you were when your ass signed the damn documents, okay? Bottom line. All right? So that's a witness there showing that they actually know who the nigga is. So let's get into some Urban Bell news, all right? Because, Urban Bell done picked up on some stuff on Martell in terms of him continuing to come for the Scotts. Now, he is continuing to come for Tisha and Marceau because his sexuality has been exposed. All right? We're going to talk about some more stuff here, too, because there's some shit that was brought to my attention, and we got to get into it. We about to get real deep, all right? I might have to put up my damn, trigger warning banner for that shit. All right, so Martell Holt, shout out to Urban Bell, okay? Shout out to Urban Bell. Let me share. Let's share so y'all can look with me. Ooh, child, this tea this morning, Lord. I got some shit that's going to burn y'all tongue very bad after this shit here. We about to get into it, though. Let's get through this Urban Bell. Let's get through this Urban Bell part here first. I'm so sick of these pop-ups. Lord, can y'all? Oof. Get out of here, pop-up. Get out of here. All right, let's continue shit. We're going to just get through it. All right, so Martell Holt continues to come for Marceau Scott and Letitia Scott. All right. You can tell by Tisha's face right here. Tisha knows that Martell knows some shit that he's getting ready to say, and she's very embarrassed by what he's going to say, and he didn't say the shit yet. This one right here, a total gaslighter. He knows that Martell knows a lot of the shit that he's been doing, because why? Martell was right there when he was doing the shit, all right? And we're getting ready to get into it. Now, says Martell Holt continues to clap back at Letitia and Marceau Scott's messy allegations. Shout out to the Urban Bell. And it says Martell and his para-whore, that's what I call it, Arionne Curry, have been hot topic on social media for the last couple of days. They interviewed a woman who alleged that he slept with Marceau and Maurice Scott. It says that the recent episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville have shown the contention between Martell and Marceau. Now, Martell has been upset since Marceau told Carlos King that he lost all respect for Martell. It goes on to say that he said this after Martell was convicted of DV and harassing communications. All right. According to Melody Cherie Rogers, Martell threatened to release revenge P in text messages. We know that. It says that the judge sided with Melody. As far as Marceau was concerned, there was no way that he could respect a man doing this to the mother of his children. Okay, says that so he stood by his position when Martell confronted him during an earlier episode this season. Now, Martell responded by accusing Marceau of cheating on Letitia Scott and claiming that he had other women or other receipts rather on Marceau. It says that the chaotic scene ended with Martell accusing Letitia of being nasty in college. Ooh, now it says that Letitia clapped back by claiming that Martell allegedly slept with men in college during an interview with Carlos after the episode aired. It says that this sent Martell over the edge, and now he's taken to social media to make more accusations. Now it says that Martell Holt has more to say. Now on Instagram, why I keep coming up, Martell posted on a photo of Marceau with another man on a fishing trip and I showed you guys that. Said that Martell posted the following caption. Says that at Letitia M. Scott, now this is the perfect time to tell Marceau about my friend who had you in the back of a Buick. Says that is this the one that caused the scare after Marceau's vasectomy too? And he put up laughing emojis, hashtag shareable, hashtag fact, hashtag fishing trip. Y'all remember that? This is the actual picture right here. Okay, that's the guy that's not blotted out like the rest of them. This is the guy that Martell is talking about. There's Marceau hanging with the same guy that had Tisha in the back of the Buick. Now, lastly, Martell posted another photo from the trip, leaving Marceau with another man's face visible in the picture. Says he also continued to allude that Letitia having some romantic interaction with the gentleman revealed in the image. He says, good morning, Letitia Scott. Now, of course, you guys know they have already unfollowed and or blocked Martell, but he is still tagging them in said post. I don't know why, but it says that you let my boy eat with your hubby too. You wild for that, girl. Says that what Marceau Scott don't know won't hurt him. Hashtag shareable, hashtag Buick. He ain't letting that Buick shit go. Once again, this is the next picture where the guy looking back, to, I'm guessing Martell was taking the picture and Marceau sitting here where they're eating lunch, looking like they're on some type of trip together. Okay, so y'all know what's going on with that. Let's stop sharing. Let's stop sharing. Let's get into this news that I know you guys getting ready to use. Shout out to another content creator who sent me this, and she doesn't like to be shouted out for whatever reason. But shout out to her, and she knows exactly who she is for sending me this. And shout out to what's happening, because that's where we're looking at it from. And shout out to Empress Radio, because it gives that she actually interviewed this person. This is gonna be some real shocking shit right here, y'all. I was just like, what the? Oh my God, let's blow it up. Let's blow it up. Let's blow it up. Let's blow it up. Let's get into this. Now, allegedly, this information is getting ready to be put out there. Is about several women having ABs by Marceau and by Martell. They did not allude to the fact that they may have had them by Maurice, but I think that Maurice ran and got his vasectomy because he didn't want to knock anybody up, knowing that Kimmy is not about to be having any more kids, because he was out in them streets too, allegedly. So that's why the two of them went to get the vasectomy. And I told you guys that Martell was the one that drove them to get the said vasectomy. Now let's get into some of this shit here, because this is crazy. Now it looks like this person named Empress, and I'm thinking it's Empress Radio, is interviewing this person and asking certain questions, and they're being very, very open about the things that they've experienced with Marceau, Maurice, and they're naming names as well. Yeah, they're naming names as well. We're going to get into this. I'm going to let it play, and I'm going to stop it periodically to give commentary on it, because this shit is fucking crazy. Y'all ready for this? Let's go.
So it all started out where the Empress show asked her if she had some time. Let's discuss love and marriage. Huntsville, I see you've been tweeting up a storm about Martell and Marceau. Deshauna responds, okay, I have time to answer a few questions, though some...
Y'all hear this? Can y'all understand what she's saying? All right, so Empress is asking, says that if you have, let me back up a little bit, shit. I wish I had an actual transcript, but it's unfortunately on video. So we got
time to answer a few questions, though some answers may be as...
All right, so they're asking, it says that, let's discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville. Says that I see that you've been tweeting up a storm about Martell and Marceau, okay? Now, this person responds by saying, okay, I have some time to answer a few questions, though some answers may be as long as a novel. Then they did LOL, says that I know a lot about the cast, including fake marriages, ooh, child, drugs, bisexual grinder profiles, narcissistic men, and simple women. Damn. Okay, so Empress, let me back it up. Let's back it up. Okay. So it gives that Empress is interviewing. Hold on. The person's name. Let me get into it. Let's get into it. Hold on. Because when I saw this shit, I said, I'm definitely sharing this. Hold on.
Where the Empress show asked her if she had some time. Let's discuss love and marriage. Huntsville.
Let's back it up so we can get
Marceau is involved. So let's get into the transcript, and then you guys let me know what you think.
Back it up.
His address out on social media, and the Empress show is saying, she doesn't want to get caught up in any type of lawsuits when you start putting people's.
Let's back it up some more. I'm sorry, y'all.
And kind of bring you up to speed as what's been occurring in the past couple of days.
Shout out to what's happening.
So another blogger by the name of the Empress Show, she had actually did an interview with this woman, and she had posted it and then deleted it because she said she did not want to be involved with anything else that this woman was doing, because Deshauna had actually posted.
Okay, so the girl's name is Deshauna. Okay, you guys, it's a girl who's been having affiliations with Martell and Marceau. Her name is Deshauna. It's a side piece, okay? So let's get into it. Now, the Empress Show, I think that's Empress Radio, says if you have some time, let's discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville. I see you've been tweeting up a storm about Martell and Marceau. It says here, okay, I have time to answer a few questions, though. Some answers may be as long as a novel, LOL. Says that I know a lot about the cast, including fake marriages, the drugianas, bisexual grinder profiles, narcissistic men and simple women. So the Empress individual says, okay, we're going to get into all of it. So you mentioned that you had a daughter with Martell Holt. Is he present in her life?
Where the Empress.
Oh, shit. All right, so I'm going to take the voice off because I'm going to actually read it to you guys, okay? Because this is an actual transcript. This is an actual transcript. This shit is so fucking crazy, y'all. Let's go. All right, hold on. All right. So they asked, is Martell actually in said person's life? It says that Martell was seeing her about 2 times a month, if that. Says since Saturday, though, he will not be seeing her due to the threats that he's made against me for speaking out. Now, does that sound familiar? Because Shan just said in her interview that Marceau threatened her if his wife Tisha found out that they were having commingles or situationships and sex relationship, that he was threatening her life, that he would do something to her. This is what these men are doing. They're using Love and Marriage Huntsville as a means to be famous and for these women to see them as these men on television, that these famous dudes. Notice Maurice is out here riding around in this damn Lambo trying to look like he's that dude. Marceau went out here and got him a sports car. Martell is trying to keep up with the Joneses as well. That's why he's fighting. And he was saying, I only want to be with Mel just for the kids. He wants that lifestyle because that lifestyle is bringing women in. And when these women see these guys, they want to be with them because of that. But upon being with them, they're being threatened if they have these sexual relationships with them to not speak up and or let their other better half know what they're doing. This girl said 2 times a month she was seeing Martell, and it's alleged that she has a daughter with him where she signed off her rights, where he signed off his rights to not want to have nothing to do with said child. That's what brought my attention. Now, she says that I spoke with Martell for 3 minutes today, and he called from a different number. Anyway, he says that I was breaking families up and affecting too many people trying to scare me. So he was trying to make her hush and not speak up on what she knew and what she experienced with him and their relationships, trying to say, hey, you breaking families up, you need to be quiet. So it says that him and Marceau forward business calls to their phone, so it looked like a business number calling. I told you guys a long time ago, well, not even a long time ago, a few weeks ago, that Marceau was running business, that type of business through Schultz. I just showed y'all a video yesterday where Tisha went live to say that she was conducting business from her office, which was a coffee shop. Marceau doesn't want Tisha at Schultz because the women that he's propositioning and meeting on social media, IG, is at Schultz. These women are calling Schultz's phone. They're giving the number to Schultz to these women that they're meeting on IG, wherever they're meeting them, and they're disguising it as we're working at said business. That's why he don't want Tisha there. He don't want Tisha answering the phone. He don't want Tisha to know what's going on at said business. This shit is so fucking crazy. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. All right, so let me bump it up. I'm gonna take her voice off because I'm just gonna read it to you guys. All right, so let's go forward. I wish I had the whole fucking transcript, but we're gonna have to do it this way. Y'all bear with me. So this person, so Empress then says that what originally set you off about Martell last Saturday that sparked all of this? Said that Martell was mad along with Cast because I said some truthful tweets. Said that he was mad because I called him a stupid serial cheater because he is running the same lines on me that he did with Arionne in the car. Arionne's name brought up. Says almost the same words. Says the only difference was that he asked for paternity after the birth of my child. It says that this was done because Melody found out about me. It says that the bottom line is I know too much. Didn't I tell y'all Mel had already said that Martell was seeing several women during their marriage? All this shit is coming out. All this shit is coming out. Now, I said that this girl got a whole baby by Martell, a daughter. And I told y'all that there's a son out there, too, that is alleged that Martell has in addition to. So that makes how many kids? 6. Now, he said jokingly in his video with Arionne, he got 7 kids. Where that other child came from, I don't know what child he was claiming, but I know he got 4 with Mel. He got 4 with Mel. Now, it's this woman is saying that she does have a child with Martell, but Martell signed his rights off to say that he didn't want to be the father of that child because that would have fucked up his marriage, bringing that child into the world. That's why he made Arionne get all the ABs that she got. And she told him, no, I'm not getting rid of Knox because I just had an AB not too long ago for you. So the last baby she kept because that was a spite baby. Knox was a spite baby. So it says that, have you met Melody? What are your thoughts on her? Somebody said barrel of crabs. Says that, so I had a way to find out who Melody was. Says that I knew a colleague that set it up so that we could talk. Says that she called and referred to me as Arionne and her tone went left. Says that, so I told her, I think that we need to meet. It says that when we meet, her energy changed. When we met, her energy changed. Says that I'm short and shapely. Says that I'm not petite or fat and my breasts naturally are triple D cups. So I'm considered attractive. This person goes on to say, anyway, she was telling me about Arionne at the time and about the hurt that we both had, that we actually hugged and embraced each other. Says that I didn't know that he was married when we met. That's why they don't wear their rings, because they want these women to think that they are single men. And once they find out that there are wives involved and the women say, oh, I'm going to tell your wives or I'm going to expose you, then they get threatened bodily harm, according to what Shan was saying. Okay, let's continue. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Now, this person said that Martell really is a pathological liar, that she was telling me that he's always been that way. It said that the conversation had to end, if I remember correctly, because I had to go to work and she had a meeting. Says that it was so long ago that she was clear that they were done. And I told her where his storage was and the apartment. Y'all remember the apartment that everybody's been talking about. It was also mentioned at the reunion that they had an apartment. When that was brought up that there was a secret apartment, notice Maurice's eyes went like this. Notice Martell's eyes. Notice Marceau stared at the floor. And Tisha looked at Marceau and he would not give her eye contact. So there is an apartment, according to this woman, because she was taken to that apartment to be fucked. Let's say it that way. Okay. Oh, child, this is juicy. Now it goes on to say, let's get back to it. Says that back to the apartment. He said was him and his brother Marceau. So they're saying that Marceau and Martell own that apartment, y'all. Oh, child. It says that they had a bachelor pad of some sort, which was hidden from their wives. So this is where they would take these women. Says that, to be honest, my blood was boiling because I figured out his ways of tricking women with the lies and having his mother cover for him. Marlene, child. We talked about this before, that Marlene knew more than she was talking about. And she sat up there smiling in Mel's face when Mel was crying to her about Knox being born, where she said, you know, he having a son. Where she told Melody, Marlene be knowing more that's going on with Martell than she be saying. She be knowing about the hoes, but Marlene be covering for Martell. That's what this girl is saying. Let me read it again. Said, to be honest, my blood was boiling because I figured out his ways of tricking women with lies and having his mother, which is Marlene, cover for him along with other family members. Jesus. Let's continue, child. Let's continue. Now, she goes on to say that a couple of times after that, I saw Melody at events around Huntsville, and we speak like old friends, no beef. Said that we have even spoken on the phone maybe 2 or 3 times. She is also aware that I know way too much dirt on her and the rest of them, sorry to say. That's what this woman is saying. I'm just reading it verbatim, all right? Child, Lord. Let's move forward, honey. This shit here is crazy, y'all. This is some crazy shit. All right, so it goes on to say, so Empress, the interviewer says, can you tell us more about Martell's alleged criminal acts and or abusive tendencies? Ooh, y'all. Let's get into it, child. I'm trying to move it up some so we can keep reading, child. Because y'all know I be reading fast over here, child. Okay, hold on. Damn, we got to add. Fuck. Ooh, y'all enjoying this? Shout out to the content creator who sent me this, because baby, this is juicy. Let me back it up some. Damn, I wish I had the actual. Okay, let's back it up. Y'all bear with me. Okay, let me just start reading. All right, it says, so one day, this is what they're saying. This is about Martell's violent. Why did it skip like that? Go back. Okay, says, so one day the police had Martell outside handcuffed in a patrol car, and I rushed outside. Okay, why it keeps doing that, I don't know. All right, so it says that one of the cops addressed me as Mrs. Melody Hope, and I played along, but fuck, why does it keep doing that? Anyway, let me get through it. Said that she played along, but they ended up taking him. Okay, so Martell been arrested. Said that they weren't clear on the reason. They weren't clear on the reason, okay, that I guess that he fit the description. They said that as the cops were leaving, one says that I'll be back for, oh, it keeps jumping. I'm sorry, y'all. Says that I'll be back for your real name, as he handed me his card and winked. It says that I did not. Let me pause it. Shit. Pause. All right, so it said that I did not see or hear from Martell for a couple of days. Ooh. Says that when I finally saw him, he said that he was in jail and they thought that he robbed a liquor store or something. Oh, shit, not a liquor store. Child. Let's go up some. All right, so it said that long story short, that fool was out hoeing. It said that he probably only had a traffic violation and bailed out. Says that anyway, Martell, let's go forward, thinks that he is a street dude. It said he is nothing but a boy with an oversized fake veneers. So them teeth that he got in his mouth that I told y'all when Mel fixed up his teeth and all that, he got veneers. Martell got veneers. That's why his teeth look like they do. All right, so she just put it out there. Says that he is nothing but a boy with oversized fake veneers. Says that most of them had work done and continue to do with the money from the show. Wait for season 3 if he ever returns. All right, this person goes on. Okay, says that as far as the abuse, says that as far as the abuse, says that once he shook me super hard and then had this scary look on his face, but I knew that his life would be ended because I carry protection. All right, says that I have to live my life worrying about my daughter. Says that after that I broke it off instantly. Says that God let me know that he saved me. I know that's right, girl. Says that I found out that he had a history of attempts to end his life and also thoughts about taking someone out. Damn. Said that he's bipolar. Arionne said the same thing. Says that I hope and pray. She meant to say pray that my daughter will not be like her dad. Arionne said the same thing about Martell and his kids. Said, I hope your daughters don't find a man like you. Said that he also vandalized my 2 cars. Said that he also destroyed another man's house and beat up a blogger. Who is this blogger, child? Says that Arionne did a video with a blogger. Ooh, let's continue. This is so juicy. My God. Says Arionne did a video. Hold on. With a blogger. From my understanding, it says that Martell tried to say that he built my house, but really all he did was made a recommendation to another company. Are y'all getting all this? Somebody said this is some good tea. You ain't lying. This shit is good, ain't it? All right, so it goes on to say that he's been rude and abusive to Mel too. Y'all know Mel said that in time she's going to talk about some things, you know, in time. Now, said that he told her once that she's lucky that he came back to her after being with me because I'm really curvy. Says that we got Arionne a butt job. Now, Arionne done lied and said that she never had no damn work done. She lied and said that never got a BBL. Y'all know Tisha put it out there that Martell went and got Arionne this butt job and she was dancing in the closet. Y'all remember, and Arionne tried to debunk it in the video, in the interview with Shan, and said, Martell, I ain't have no BBL. Can you tell him I ain't have no BBL? And he was like, no, she didn't have a BBL. But anyway, right here, old girl is saying that she actually had a BBL done. All right. It goes on to say, she said Arionne had a butt job. Says that this didn't start with me, that he's been cheating. All right, so the Empress interviewer says that, how do you know Marceau? It says that, why are you angry at him if you share a child with Martell? Y'all ready for this shit? So it says that Marceau has done disrespectful things in his past. Says that since his weight loss and liposuction, says that because he tried to say he got in the gym and he was going to train Martell. Y'all remember that? Let me get in the gym and let's train you. Says that liposuction, that he really started acting flirtatious. All right. So he started feeling himself, child. Said that Martell was okay with it. Wow. Said, so there it goes. So they do share women. So Martell obviously was effing with this girl, Denia, or whatever her damn name is. Let me write her name because I keep forgetting, y'all. Denia. That's the girl's name. So obviously Martell was messing with this girl, and then Marceau wanted a piece of the action. That's why Marceau said in that scene that Arionne was a shareable side chick. I believe he done hit Arionne too. I believe he done beat that too with Arionne. So Martell says that Marceau has done some disrespectful things in his past. Since his weight loss and liposuction, he really started acting flirtatious. Said that Martell was okay with it. They both are bums who share women. That's where the shareable side chick bullshit came from. Says that my issue with Marceau is that he and his wife have been harassing me since Saturday. Miss, I ain't never had no infidelities in my marriage. I never experienced any of those things before. Bitch, yes, the fuck you have, because why are you calling said side chicks and harassing them? Why are you harassing side chicks? Because she just said Marceau and his wife. His wife is Tisha. Y'all still with me? This shit is crazy. All right, so it goes on to say, said that he doesn't even work. Talking about Marceau. Said he doesn't even work, that he just stays on the internet all day playing games, finding women instead of working. Says that this is why he has so much time to find the accounts of all those phone numbers that were calling him last night. Wow. So the women that be calling him, he go up and pull up the numbers, the account numbers, or the phone numbers to find out who these women are. And he contacts these women and have relationships. But he's doing that at Shote while he's telling Tisha he there working. And he don't want her there because he don't want Tisha to walk in while he on said internet pulling up said information. That's why Tisha got to go to the coffee shop. But I think she knows because this woman said Tisha had been calling and harassing her too. Said that his kid's mother is sending me stuff in my DMs too. So Tisha very much so know. That's why she said in that scene, I can't stand side chicks. You can't stand them. Obviously you can because you're reaching out to them. So that other people are sending me stuff that's public knowledge, but I'm the only one telling the truth. And that's why I'm getting threatened when he called me from Shote and I posted his number. Said y'all are there with y'all before. Oh, child. So this Empress interviewer says that there's a lot of speculation that Marceau is unfaithful to Tisha. How do you know that? Does he really have a fourth child outside of his marriage, as Tisha calls it? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Let me make it go up some. All right. So that he has a 4-year-old son named Christian. Now, Tisha said, if you ever had if you bring any other children here, I'm leaving you, I'm divorcing you, and I'm taking every fucking thing you got. Right here, old girl said that Marceau has a 4-year-old son named Christian. Ooh, Jesus. Now, said that he was messing with Alonda, the same girl that he put on his live with Tisha. At the end of the live, he said, call me. Y'all remember that shit? Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Jesus. All right, so that he was messing with Alonda, the hairdresser. Melody exposed for sleeping with Marceau. That's the crazy part about them doing that video together and denying it. Tisha sat right there. Yeah, and Marceau and Alonda tell them this, and Alonda tell them that. That was Tisha. Tisha knew about this shit all along. But they were trying to get ahead of a story, knowing that there was a situationship going on with Alonda. Notice that they were trying. Tisha also, and I played it for y'all, I think yesterday, where Tisha said that people were trying to get people or pay people to come on the show to say that they were with my husband, and that's a lie. Tisha, you very much so know that's not a fucking lie. It is alleged that that Alonda was paid to come on the show and tell her story in terms of her being with Marceau. She declined to do that because she was allegedly told not to and or maybe threatened to be quiet. As you guys can see, Marceau asked her to be on their live to say that he was never with her. They never had any type of situationship. They never slept together. None of that happened, that she was just Tisha's hairdresser. Y'all remember that, right? I'm going to read it again for the people in the back. It says that there's speculation that Marceau was unfaithful to Tisha. How do you know that? Does it does he really have a fourth child outside of his marriage? It said he has a 4-year-old son named Christian. He was messing with Alonda, that hairdresser that Melody exposed for sleeping with Marceau. That's the crazy part about them doing that video together and denying it. They have a kid together. So they're saying that Alonda and Marceau got a child together, a 4-year-old child. So you got a baby with the same bitch. No, don't say bitch, because that don't sound right. With the same woman. Let's say woman, okay? So Marceau, you have a baby with the same woman who does your wife's hair. Tisha, you're okay with the woman doing your hair that slept with your husband and had a whole baby with your husband, who is now 4 years old, a son. So MJ is not Marceau's only son. Y'all remember when all the speculations came out and Marceau tried to laugh it off and say that Tisha is his 4th child, and Tisha started laughing? They're keeping this secret because they don't want this to get onto national television. They're keeping this secret. Remember, I told y'all initially when Tisha and Marceau were coming on Love, Marriage, Huntsville, the ramifications around them coming on the show, which they told Kingdom Reigns and production and Carlos King, is that they would never ever speak on any infidelities because they didn't want these things right here that we're reading right now to be told on the show. Are y'all gagging yet? I sure am. It says I had run-ins with Tisha and Marceau in stores, and Martell was with me once he introduced who I was. Says that Tisha was acting nervous and staring at my body. That's why she went out and got her body done. Says that Marceau didn't want her to really be introduced because I know about chicks who had ABs from him and Martell. This was before the vasectomy, of course. This is why he ran out and got the vasectomy, because too many women were getting knocked up. Too many women were getting knocked up. Allegedly, there was already a 4-year-old child out there, but too many women were getting knocked up. And just like Martell was making Arionne go get ABs, so were the women who were messing with him allegedly. I'm going to say it again. She says, let me go back. Marceau didn't want her to really be introduced because I know about chicks who had ABs, that's plural, honey, from him and Martell. Notice Maurice got a vasectomy too. So does that mean that there were women out there getting pregnant by him as well? Because it's giving that if they got to get ABs, that means you're not using protection when you are sleeping with these women. When you're having these encounters with these women, you're going in them raw. And you're going home and sleeping with your wives. No wonder everybody's pH balance is off. This shit here is so fucking crazy. Let's continue. Says that I'm talking from fast food workers. That's who they sleeping with. Bottom of the barrel bitches. Not bottom of the barrel. Don't let me say that. Just regular schmegular girls. Let me take that back, because people who work in fast food, you're not bottom of the barrel. But in their case, because they think that they're up here and everybody else is down here, the caliber of women that they want people to think that they can get and or be with are women who are kind of like, constituents in the community, if you will. So let me take that statement back, okay? Fast food workers are not bottom of the barrel bitches, okay? I retract that statement. So fast food workers are the type of women that they were messing with, in addition to maids, liquor store people working at the liquor store, a woman at an ice cream place, and more. So these are women that they would meet, proposition, sleep with, unprotected, of course, and these women were getting ABs because they were getting knocked up. It says that I told you about the ice cream story. Shit. This shit here, y'all. Damn. This shit here. I'm gagging. Now, I said, as far as Tisha and I see her mom in places, even with Marceau, the same person that keep hopping on live. You're not talking about my daughter, Wanda. It says, as far as Tisha, I see her and mom in places, even with Marceau, but she doesn't remember. It says that I keep my hair done nice. It says I'm stylish, some say. Says that I'm not like Wanda with 3 different styles at once. That's a read. Damn. This person goes on to say, Denia, says that there's a list of women. There's a list of reasons why Marceau is scared beside the fact that he doesn't take care of his son. So he's doing the same shit Martell is doing with the woman who says she has a daughter with Martell, who has denounced his paternity rights to said child. So it said that Marceau don't even take care of this said son, this 4-year-old son named Christian. Tisha might have something to do with that because it says that Tisha is in charge of the money in the household. That Tisha probably not allowing him to take no money over to no side chick. Says that I don't want to bash the baby mom, but she gets no support or anything from Marceau. Said that Marceau has kicked her ass, his wife's Tisha's ass. Oh, what? Said that Marceau has kicked her ass and his wife Tisha's ass. Said that he hits his wife on the regular. Oh, shit. Are y'all hearing this? Said that Martell has told me numerous times and tried to put himself on a pedestal and that he thinks that he's better than Marceau. Y'all hearing this shit? I'm totally baffled. Whew. Says that Tisha's boyfriend, what? Said that Tisha befriends people. Tisha befriends people too easy and brings women around for Marceau to cheat with without her knowledge. So these people he befriends, that Tisha be befriending, these females that Tisha befriends, she bring them around and be hanging with them, but then Marceau wind up sleeping with them, according to what this girl is saying. Said that he sleeps with white girls too, and I showed y'all the picture of the girl that used to work at the movie theater that he also was sleeping with and messing with, and she also works for Schultz now as well. Okay, she was at the recent Christmas party that they had. I just showed y'all. Okay. I said that he sleeps with white girls too, and all nationalities. So he don't give a hot damn. Whoever give it up, child, that's what he laying down with, allegedly. Said that Martell likes black women, but ghetto women and women who can be dependent or need him for something. That's Arionne, right? Ghetto. She's real hood ghetto. And she's very dependent. He don't want her to work. He wants her to solely rely on him because that makes him feel like he's the man. So that I believe that. I believe that. Shit. Y'all. Sorry for the ad. Oh my God. Shout out again to what's happening, because that's where we're looking at this from. Okay. All right. So the Impress interviewer says, so to your knowledge, does Maurice cheat as well? All of them getting put out there, y'all. Shit. Said as far as Maurice, the answer is yes. That's what this girl is saying, according to Denia. Says that every single main person on the show I have dirt on. This person says Melody included. I hope not. Now I don't want to read anything negative about her, but we are reading this verbatim. Okay. So shout out again to what's happening. Whew, I almost don't want to read this shit, y'all. It says that I know people think that she is the sunshine girl, but they all have dirt. It says that Kimmy has called around asking about Maurice's whereabouts too. Well, she just said that on Carlos King's interview, remember, on his Messy Monday, saying that that Maurice did not come home a lot of nights and that she would go to Credit One looking for him, and that the particular night in question when he got the DUI, he wasn't there. So he was out about somewhere else. So that's true. Oh, I'm sorry. So that's actually true. That's facts. That because Kimmy did also acknowledge that she does go around looking for him. So this person is telling the truth about that. Says that him and his wife were having issues, but trying to work it out. But once Kimmy stepped in that marriage, meaning that Kiowa and Maurice had issues in their marriage and was trying to work it out. But says that once Kimmy stepped into that marriage, that it was a wrap. So it is true, allegedly, according to what this Denia person is saying, that Kimmy did step in and break up Kiowa and Maurice. And I told y'all that's why Kiowa hates Kimmy's damn guts, because Kimmy broke up their marriage. And Maurice tried to get on TV and say, no, I already had stuff in storage. I had already moved on. Me and Kyle weren't even together. No, you were telling Kyle one thing, like I said before, and telling Kimmy another thing, entertaining Kimmy in the fucking DMs because Kimmy hopped in his DMs. Now, this person here is saying that they were trying to work shit out. Let's continue though. So she goes on to say that that Maurice has had a reputation until said that she, meaning Kimmy had a reputation until she got married, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's what this girl is saying. Ooh, child. Well, we know that now that we saw them pictures from the DR where she was nibbling on Tisha's ear and kissing up on her. So I guess that might be true. Says that that's why Melody didn't want her touching Martell. What y'all think about that, Lord? Ooh. Oh, pause. All right. Oh, no, stop. All right, so it says that Melody knows a lot about these men. It says that they all cheat, including Lavender too. That's why him and Destiny are having issues. That's interesting. Because Destiny did say that they had an open marriage at the reunion. Y'all remember she said she and LB had an open marriage? Okay, y'all remember that? So here it is coming out that LB allegedly cheated on Destiny. And Destiny also said that she stepped out too because they were having an open situation. So it's given that the LB might have been running with the fellas too. Now I said that Martell had me around all his friends, and he even used to bring me chicken sometime, okay? Meaning LeBaric. Y'all know LeBaric is the chicken guy. So he would use his chicken to lure the hoes. Like, oh, y'all know I got my own restaurant down there, child. I can make some good chicken. I'm known as the chicken guy here. Y'all want to bring y'all some chicken, so he brings some chicken and he gets some chicken. If it makes sense. All right, so he gets some chicken, child. He brings some ass to get some. So it says that let me go back because I don't want to miss nothing, child. Says that so he would bring me some chicken sometimes. That's what the girl is saying. So they all knew about each other being with other women, and that's how I know his friends. So she know all of them through Martell and Marceau bringing her around everybody that was in on the bullshit as well, y'all. Damn. Now the Empress interviewer says that can you elaborate on any dirt that you have on Melody? I don't really want to read this, y'all, because I rock with Mel. I don't really want to do that. Let's read it though. This is alleged. This is not something I'm saying. Now, this girl says that before the show that she had her own apartment and that she was doing her. Hold on. Said before the show she had her own apartment and she was doing her. They decided to fake getting back together for the show. Well, we already know that. We already knew that they were trying to, I guess, stay together for the sake of the show, that Melody and Martell were already having problems prior to Love and Marriage Huntsville airing back in 2019 or 2018, and that the two of them were going to stay together for the sake of the show. We already knew that. Okay, we already knew that. Yeah, we already knew that. And they had already told the cast not to speak on the fact that they were getting ready to get divorced because they, the viewers needed to look at them as the married couple. All right, so this person says that everyone in Huntsville knows that they weren't together. Said that Marceau and Melody have sexual tensions in that episode, as I know that they had sex a few times, and that's why Tisha is angry with her. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did y'all hear that? It says that that's why Tisha is angry with Mel. Now, I always said that Marceau, now the part that Marceau kind of acts like he does have like an attraction, the way that he kind of looks at Mel in scenes, I think everybody's seen that. And I'm not saying that they slept together, but I am saying that Marceau does kind of have like some type of attraction, maybe because Melody is a beautiful light-skinned woman, because that is his type. Marceau like light-skinned girls, beautiful girls. He likes that. That is his type. Tisha was never his type. He married Tisha because she got pregnant. That's the only reason he married her. They weren't in love. They weren't pregnant. They weren't married. I mean, they weren't together like that. So he married her because she got knocked up while they were sleeping together. But I don't believe that Melody ever in life slept with Marceau. I don't believe that shit. Lord have mercy. It said that Marceau used to be chubby before lipo, and Melody was helping him get in shape. It said that they were spending a lot of time together, and then one time they left the bar together and never went to their individual homes, and Martell was mad. I don't believe that. It said that the reason I know Martell was over visiting the baby, and Tisha called asking about Marceau's whereabouts and hinting around asking where Melody was. It says, and it said that Melody is dating a football player now, as far as I know. We know nothing about that because y'all know Melody is hella private about her dating life. Okay. I don't know about that. I don't believe that she ever slept with Marceau at all. Okay, so this Empress interviewer says, what do you think about Arionne Curry? Said that you mentioned they moved in together recently. How does that make you feel? I don't know how they moved in together when Arionne is on Section 6, honey, because y'all know that you have to give an account of who lives in your home, and you have to report income when you do that. That could be called fraud, because if Martell is staying there and they're saying that he makes a certain amount of money on the show and he's not reporting that income, and Arionne is getting like food stamps and stuff like that, that could be welfare fraud. This person here is putting it out there. I'm going to talk about it. So Arionne, if you got Martell staying there, or if y'all are staying in the same place and you are getting certain benefits for Knox, okay, that is welfare fraud, baby. Your ass could be going to jail too. But we're going to go ahead and put the shit out there. It says that I have no reason to feel a way about her living with him. Says that maybe then he will get his truck fixed that's been sitting for months. Not the Uber truck, child. Says that I guess renting out his home to people didn't work. Then she goes on to say, ha, 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 ha. Says that plus he can take care of his kids and stop depending on his mother and others. So it's given that Marlene is helping take care of the kids, because y'all know Mel already put it out there that Martell don't be having no that he don't be having no food and stuff when she drops the kids off for his week with them. So it's given that Marlene is stepping up and help cook and help take care of the kids and watch the kids for Martell. Y'all noticed that Arionne and Martell was just out at some event at the Civic Center. The kids were said to be, because that was the week that Martell was supposed to have kids. So it's given that maybe Marlene had the children then, including Knox, so that Arionne could be out with Martell. It said that Martell and I haven't been together in years. The woman goes on to say that again, my daughter was born before they ever thought of creating a show. Wow. So that daughter she ain't no little baby, because the show came out 2018 and we were in 2024 going into 2025. So that child is okay. All right, says it. So she said, I was done with him after he burned me with an STD. And once I found out about Melody, I confronted him by putting my piece to his head, child. And said, if you know what I mean. Martell, you out here burning women? Not let it burn, not Usher let it burn. Why I'm hearing that in my head, child? Y'all hearing this shit? Tennessee girl said, what the F? I hear burning women. Burn, baby, burn. That's what it's giving. This girl here. Lord, this shit here is getting so out of, oh, Lord. Let me go back, because this shit here, y'all. She says, I was done with him after he burned me with an STD. Once I found out about Melody, I confronted him. Baby. Now it goes on to say, it says that he even got me a ring, and I thought we were engaged until I found out that he was already married. What the hell? Oh, girl, let's continue. This shit here. Oh, Jesus. She says that I took an HIV test, which was negative, thankfully, but it was embarrassing that I had to take 3 tests since we were having unprotected SES. That's your stupid ass. And I keep saying, what's wrong with these women? This is 2024. Why are you out here sleeping with these men unprotected because you see them on TV and think that they might not be carriers, allegedly? That's too many women unprotected. That's no coincidence that Arionne was sitting up there with bumps around her mouth. If this woman is saying that Martell burned her, and Arionne, you over there putting your mouth on it, No wonder Melody said, fuck no, I ain't about to be giving you no more dome. I ain't doing that shit. That's probably why Martell was, y'all remember Martell said that Mel stopped sleeping with him altogether. Maybe she found out something. Maybe something was brought to her attention to where she says, I'm not going to put myself in a situation to where I might catch something, knowing that you're out here with all these women. And now this woman have come out to say that Martell burned her. And she had to go take HIV tests just to make sure that she was okay. 3 tests to be exact is what she's saying, because she was sleeping with him unprotected. But Martell says that he left his marriage because Mel stopped giving him fellatio. I don't blame you, Mel. Let me applaud you, baby, for protecting your peace, protecting your body and your health as well. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for stopping sleeping with his ass. I don't blame you. Oh, Jesus. Says that they had a trucking business, so he would come and see me some days, then go to see Arionne a few days, and there were more women from my knowledge. So this nigga was just with everybody. With everybody they were. He was. So Arionne been in the picture for a little while, and she knows that Martell sleep with other women and see other women. Sorry for the ad, guys. We're gonna get back to it. Oh, y'all enjoying this tea? Shout out again to what's happening. Okay, let's stop it. All right, so it said that the grand opening of Black that aired on the finale, that Arionne was actually there. Says that Melody was there too at the same place, which seems crazy, but it's no surprise to me because Melody always knew about the other women and looked the other way. I don't believe that. It said that Arionne has been around Martell for 7 years. Now, this Empress interviewer then says that the people want to know if you have any proof to back up your statements. All right, so let me move the head along because y'all know I read a little fast. All right, so this person says, as far as the people wanting proof, she says that I have posted messages of what I can. She says that the cast knows what I say is real. She says that I'm not posting anything because my daughter's name may be in it. She says that my real name and my job, etc. She says that I cannot jeopardize my life by trusting anyone with that information. She goes on to say that those were my dogs in the video that he did recently when he coached his children. So Martell was with his kids, the 4-piece chicken nuggets. And this woman said that her dogs were, so what was he doing with this woman's dogs while he had Melody's kids? See, that's why I keep saying Martell done had Melody's kids around other women that he fucked with. Shout out to Angela Hunal for the super sticker here. Martell be having his kids around these other women. And we know that because Boss Baby was around Belinda. Belinda's, what was her, I want to say maybe her babysitter or whoever, her assistant rather. Belinda's assistant, the girl that did the quick deeds with Martell, was around Boss Baby and was posting pictures of Boss Baby. And this was during the time that Melody could not post her own kids because Martell took her to court to stop her from posting the kids and or having the kids on national television. So now this woman is saying that whenever Martell went live, that her dogs were actually in the background when Martell was with his kids. So that shows that you done had the kids around these said women that you've been out here humping around with, Martell. All right, so she says in the beginning of the video, he looked to the side and said, good morning, when my dogs barked. Says that I was there to drop off some paperwork. So she was there during the time that Martell was there with his kids, with Melody. Says that also the number that I exposed, Marceau calling to threaten me, turned out to be legit. So that was the Schultz number, their business number. That's what this woman is saying. Oh my God. Let me go back because that's too far. All right. So it says that, so the Empress interviewer says that, how are you doing with everything? She says that I'm not sitting around crying about Martell. Since then, I've gone on to have a productive relationship. She said that my daughter is good, has good men role models in her life. Says I do not want to note the blogger all about the tea. Oh, she said, I do want to note the blogger all about the tea never even interviewed me, that she made a boring video reading my tweets and then turned on me when I said something wasn't accurate. So I appreciate you reaching out. She goes on to say that I want people to know about keeping women safe from these narcissistic men. Well, baby, you got to keep yourself safe because you were out here sleeping with him unprotected numerous times and then got scared only after he burned you. So before getting burned, you just out here living crazy. But it wasn't until you got burned by Martell, allegedly, that you then started taking your health seriously. This shit is so fucking crazy. All right, so let's continue. This person goes on to say, where did I stop? Okay, so she says that even interviewed me and she said that my videos were boring, reading tweets, and then turned on me when I said something wasn't accurate. So I appreciate you reaching out. She said that I want people to know about keeping women safe from these narcissistic men. She says that I have done different venues for spreading enlightenment on the dangers and abuse. She says that this is why I spoke out in the first place, because I want people to know what kind of man Martell is. Ooh, child. Arionne is saying the same shit now. So I mean, when the person who's supposed to be protecting you is saying the same shit about you, it speaks volumes. Very loud. So this Empress interviewer then says that, well, we are so glad to have you. Thanks for your time, because they're concluding this interview. Says that no problem. Thanks for having me and being professional, unlike Kenya Harrison from All About the Tea. So she called her name shit. So yeah, what y'all think about this? This is the end of this particular interview. Let me stop sharing the screen, baby. I'm still gagging though. Shit. So this girl says she was burned by Martell. What do y'all think? I'm sitting here in like, I don't know what to say. This shit is crazy. I do know that Martell and Marceau are two dangerous people. This woman also mentions, 1,100 people watching me. Y'all in here. Shout out to the 1,100 child for Car Chronicles. That's crazy. Marceau and Martell allegedly are two dangerous individuals. I'm gonna say allegedly. To be out here sleeping unprotected, allegedly, with women who are starting to come forward. And some women are afraid to come forward because they're saying they've been threatened behind the scenes. And this lady, what's the lady's name? I don't want to get her name wrong, child. Denia, I think that's her name. Has said that she too was threatened as well, but she didn't give no fucks because she carries. Okay. You know, fuck threaten who? Bitch. Bring it over here if you want to. But she don't have to get on Martell's ass. But bottom line is, this girl said that she would see Tisha and Wanda in the grocery stores together. So it's given that y'all know that Tisha tell Wanda everything. That's how she can go on live and talk about things that's going on that bothers her. Talking about Tisha. This girl said that Tisha was blowing her up and harassing her. So it gives that Tisha know about these alleged side chicks while she's sitting in interviews and sitting on national television and in videos and stuff, saying that she don't know anything about any infidelities, that she hasn't experienced any of that in her marriage and shit like that. This shit is fucking crazy. This is not the same people that we see on national television in terms of what we just heard this person talking about. And I have reason to believe what she's saying, in my opinion. I'm going to say that shit. Because she knows too many details. Too many people are saying the same thing. She's saying the same thing that Shan, who she probably don't even know, is saying. Shan said the same thing in the interview with Arionne and Martell, that she was threatened by Martell, that her life was threatened if she went and told Tisha the details in terms of what was going on. Because according to Shan, she was messing with Martell for over a year. Marceau over a year. And I do believe that Martell probably slept with her as well. He just didn't want to say the shit in front of Arionne. I believe that. Because the girl just said that they all share women. Marceau, you dropped that out there when you opened your mouth and said shareable side chick. So now you have opened Pandora's box for Martell to start spilling shit on you. And this is like the battle of the bands of who can beat their drum the loudest between Marceau and Martell, because the two of you guys have been doing the same shit to these women, allegedly. And the one person who everybody's trying to protect, who opened her fucking mouth on Carlos King's podcast to try to talk about Martell's indiscretions and him being with men, because it was said that some kind of websites that men websites of naked men and shit, it was said that that's what Martell was allegedly on. So it might be some truth to it. No wonder he's fighting so hard. No wonder Martell is fighting so hard to put other people's shit out there, because he didn't give a hot damn about nothing else Tisha said about him until Tisha mentioned that he was messing with men. Didn't I tell y'all there's something really going on with Martell? Didn't I tell y'all that something was really going on with Martell, and it had to start with his childhood? Marlene, which is his mother, you know, and she should take up for her son like any mother would do. So there's a reason why she's protecting him and watching him. She knows who her son is. A mother knows who her child is. This girl said that she knows Marlene and that Marlene's been protecting Martell with all the women that he's been with, including the time that he was married to Melody. And it's so weird to me that her two-faced ass would sit up there seeing Melody crying to her about the situation and how hurt she was about how Martell impregnating Arionne, and Arionne just having knocks to where she cried to Marlene, where Marlene was saying that, oh, you know, Melody is like my daughter, or the daughter that I never had. Well, how is that when you know that Martell is out here fucking around and Melody is helping pay your bills and helping you live a certain lifestyle in a home, paying your rent and helping you pay other bills, taking you out to eat, the whole nine? That's why she blocked your ass, Marlene, because she could not believe that you, of all people, would be this two-faced individual and be taking up for Martell and hiding his secrets, and knowing that Arionne was out here pregnant and then gave birth to Knox. That's where Mel heard it from Marlene. Marlene told Melody, because she said it on the show, I heard from your mama that your baby mama is having a boy, or had a boy. So Marlene, you were sitting on secrets too, watching Martell run around with women. I wouldn't be surprised if Martell brought women over to Marlene's house. And she allowed that shit and she kept quiet. Why? Because Martell was able to control her with paying her bills and giving her certain monetary things and allowing her to be on the show to get a check. See, it's like, you be quiet and I'm going to let you be on Love and Marriage Huntsville and earn a little extra money, mama. This is me paying you for keeping my secrets. Y'all notice that Marlene used to be on the show a whole lot. They get paid for scenes. So she was getting paid to be on the show. Just like Martell was mad at her for not lying for him. Y'all remember that thing we said, you was supposed to say this. Like they rehearsed some shit behind the scenes when she went to court to testify in the child custody case against Melody. So Martell was mad because Marlene did not go hard on Melody in court for him. And she said, I'm not about to lie to go to jail now. Now, any other thing you ask me to do, I got you. But I ain't about to sit in court and lie and risk my damn freedom over you and your bullshit. So she know a whole lot of shit behind the scenes. But I find it very strange that Martell didn't have this much fire under him to start releasing receipts on anybody that he's been sitting back on all this time until Tisha mentions that Martell like men. Now, Tisha ain't the only one that said it. I just read to you guys where this girl, Denia, have said that Martell be dibbling and dabbling with men. This ain't the first time we heard this. So things are starting to come together like a puzzle. No wonder Melody said, I ain't sleeping with this motherfucker no more. Martell said that we went for almost a month. And my wife wouldn't even sleep with me. She wouldn't even give me none. She wouldn't even give me head. Of course. She knew what you were doing. She probably went through that other phone that Martell was hiding. Y'all remember when Mel said somebody hurt his back? She probably went through that other phone and saw messages of other women, Martell having conversations back and forth with said women, because she did already say he was seeing multiple women. Y'all remember the woman in DC that said she had some kind of disease or something going on to where she wanted to have kids. She kept asking Martell about having kids with her. Martell paid that woman $5,000. $5,000 he paid her to have some type of asexual relationship with him. So he flew his ass to DC. Melody confirmed it because she already talked about it as well. She mentioned the woman in DC. Arionne also knows about all these other women that Martell messes with because she don't give a fuck. She already said, you want to get to know my baby daddy, hit him up in the DMs on IG and he'll holler back at you. So she knows this. Why? Because if she's a shareable side chick, then bitch, she's already probably done did some things with some of these women. This woman, Denia, also knows about Arionne. She knows her very well. So could she have done some things with Arionne as well? It's given that these Scott boys, including Martell, like nasty girls. Yeah. And they choose regular schmegular girls. And they feel like because they could throw a few dollars, like Shan said, they promised her $200. Marceau promised her $200. And she never got the money. And the reason she probably never got that fucking money, because like I said, Tisha handles the finances in their home. Tisha's watching that money real close because Tisha is making sure that he ain't tricking off on their money that comes into their household. She said, I'd be damned if another bitch gonna come through here and get any of my money when I'm sitting over here with 3 kids by you. My kids gonna get this money over these hoes out here that you running out here making babies with. Tisha felt away because Marceau had gone and got that damn vasectomy when she was out of town. He waited. He waited until Tisha went out of town and had Wanda come in and watch the kids so he can go and get this vasectomy. The same one that Martell drove them there to get, Marceau and Maurice. They took them down, they went and got them damn vasectomy so they didn't bring no kids home. But little did we know that little baby Christian was already born. 4 years old. So Martell, you don't only just have 4 children with Melody. I told y'all about a son that was already out there. And I also just read to you where this woman says that Martell also has a daughter where he gave up his parental rights because he was trying to hold on to his marriage, but still turned around and had a damn son with Arionne. That's why he kept making her get ABs. Arionne had about 3-4 of them hoes. She had about 3-4 ABs before she had Knox. And right after she had that last AB, she wound up turning around getting pregnant right away again. And Martell tried to make her get rid of Knox too. He pressed her on getting rid of Knox. She said it. She said it, that he pressed her into getting rid of Knox. And she said, no, I just got rid of one for you. So she knew what she was doing because during the time that she was pregnant with Knox was around the same time that Mel was getting ready to make up her mind to leave Martell all the way alone. So Arionne said, what can I do to get in there and save my spot in this situation with Martell is to have this baby. That means I will have him forever. No matter what he does, even if he decides to stay with Melody, I'm going to still have financial help. I'm going to still be able to hold on to him and have everything that I've always wanted because I got a baby by him. But maybe she didn't know how he did the woman prior, where he relinquished his rights for that baby. So he pays no child support, just like he don't pay none for the 4-piece chicken nuggets. He don't pay Melody child support because he's a fuck nigga. And I'm going to say it right here on my show. To run around talking about he want to have 10 kids. I just showed y'all that video. When Martell says, oh, I want to have 10 kids. And that ain't the first time he said that. In the video where he had the 4-piece chicken nuggets outside during the time that there was like this snowstorm or something. And little Sugar Mama was over there by the lake. Y'all remember where the kids kept saying they were cold. Sugar Mama said, I'm cold. She was telling him she was cold. She wanted Martell to pick her up. Y'all remember the video. He said the same thing in that fucking video. He wants up to 10 kids. Why? When you can't even take care of the kids that you have and you have children out in the streets that you're not taking care of. Shout out to the 1135 watching me. I hope we have 1135 likes because this shit we talking about today is juicy. Carlos, where you meet these people to put them on a fucking show? Where did you meet these people, Carlos? Why are you sitting up here gaslighting the audience talking about black excellence? There's no excellence about this bullshit because according to what Denia is saying, Marceau doesn't even fucking work. And now we see why you keep popping up at job sites, Marceau, if you watching my channel, and you don't never have on no workers gear. I don't never see you out there in no construction gear. I don't see you in no hard hats, but I do see you pulling up where other people are working and you fake saying, trying to speak in Spanish to other workers that are working. We do see that. This girl said Marceau don't work, that he uses that office shoat as a means to meet women, and he uses his computer to pull up women and play games on the fucking computer. But then Carlos King wants to point out, oh, you guys are business people. He done had a whole damn interview, a whole damn platform where he had Tisha, Marceau, Kimmy, and Maurice talking about they are the next big thing, and they are the entrepreneurs of Huntsville, and they are these important business people. When the motherfuckers don't do nothing but sit online all damn day playing games, this nigga sitting there playing Tetris and texting hoes. Tisha, you own 86% of the businesses, but you got to go to a coffee shop to do what? Conduct business. And blow up women in the damn DMs because you know they been with your husband allegedly, because that's what the girl said. I ain't say it. I've been saying all along, I feel like Tisha know. That's why she quiet. And Wanda, if you watching my channel, Wanda is used as a deflection. Because Tisha ain't gonna never go live and speak on none of this shit. Because she gonna probably stumble over her words and tell something she might not need to tell. Tisha getting on Carlos King's platform was a deflection. To take away from her being called a nasty individual and doing nasty shit in the back of Buicks, let me put out that Martell is gay, because that's what people gonna talk about the most. Let me get the heat off me and put it on Martell. But you won't count no Martell hitting back and put some shit out about you. And now this shit done came out where Denia done put out there that Tisha, you've been hitting up these same side chicks that's been threatened to keep their damn mouth shut. And I said before, when I talked about Martell telling Melody that he fucked with women who ain't got shit to lose, that they make them sign paperwork when they fuck with them so that they don't put people business out there so that they can move how they want to move in these streets, because they know they got non-disclosure agreements on these hoes where they can't talk about shit that they do. Wanda, you know about it too if you watching my channel, because why would you be following Marceau in his truck to say he probably got a woman in there? You the first person that put it out there that your son-in-law won't shit. You sped up in your car to try to see who was in the truck with Marceau because you thought he had another woman in there. You confronted Tisha about the woman with Marceau in the damn hotel with his back out. You confronted Tisha about that and told her to question him about that. So if you don't think that your daughter is dealing with infidelity in her marriage, then bitch, why are you out here questioning it? They're going to be mad at my ass after this fucking video, but it is what it is. Because I've been saying this shit all along. People know more than they're saying, but because they're trying to keep up a certain image, allegedly, because we like to be cute, because they want to keep up a certain image of what we see on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's just only talk about the business. So y'all think because y'all keep taking us to different job sites and showing that houses are being built that y'all ain't building? Because according to the lawsuit, Zen Garden, Marceau ain't never built shit. So y'all can spare me with this. We're building. Marceau never built shit. You can put up as many show signs as you want to put up. Court documents say the nigga ain't built shit. He's over there at Shote on the fucking computer, pulling up hoes. I told y'all most recently a girl came out to say that Marceau was in her DMs and spoke about a threesome and said he already had somebody else for said threesome. All she had to do was show up. Y'all gonna have to start reading between the lines with shit. And the more stuff keeps coming out, I don't see Love and Marriage Huntsville being on too much longer, y'all, because they can't keep up appearances too much longer. We keep seeing through the bullshit. Shout out to the bloggers that stay on their ass, including me, because y'all know I do. Shout out to the other content creators who keep revealing shit and putting stuff out there. That's why I don't get excited when Wanda go live and be doing all this cussing and motherfucker this and motherfucker that and pump ass and all this. I don't get excited about that bullshit because I know that it's a deflection. It's exactly what it is. Your son-in-law is a fucking hoe, and I'm going to say it on my show. Get mad, do whatever you want to do. Come for me, my shredder is on. I'm just saying. There's no fucking way you could be married to a nigga for 18 years and you ain't never seen no infidelity and the nigga be out all night. And women steady throwing receipts in your face and you like this. They throwing them at you and you turn your head because you refuse to see that shit. And you don't want to acknowledge it because you don't want to experience the embarrassment. Tisha is a deflector. Go back to the reunion when she went and got them puppets and Kiki sat right there and talked about that shit. What did she do? Try to bring Melody into it. We got a puppet of Melody and a puppet of Kiki. A deflection. This is a deflection. Because they asked you straight out. Carlos asked you straight out. Have you experienced any infidelities, Tisha? Tisha got mad. What you mad for? It's a question. What you mad for? It's a question. What did she do? She got up, ran backstage, and came back with them stupid ass puppets, looking stupid as fuck. Everybody looking at her like, what the fuck is this? When we go from the reunion to fucking Sesame Street, what is this bullshit? A deflection. As long as y'all looking at these puppets and me, yeah, she was doing this stupid thing. And yeah. Meanwhile, the question is still out there. Have you experienced any infidelities? It took Kiki Jabbar. I said it before. Rest in peace to Kiki Jabbar, because she been saying this shit all along. That Marceau was caught with a threesome. Told Melody. Melody said, oh. Kiki also talked about the big booty Judy in Marceau's phone. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. That person that was in the phone was who? Shan. Shan. I've been talking about Shan before Shan did the fucking interview. I've been telling y'all about Shan. That's Arionne friend. Shan and Arionne, they're about that same life. They about that same life. You don't think Arionne told Shan, hey, I done met this nigga who's on Love Marriage Huntsville, girl. He got a coin and he got a friend who also be cheating on his wife and he got some money too. Go after him. I got Martell. You go after him. His name is Marceau. His name is Marceau. That's why Arionne shut it down when Marceau tried to talk to her sister, because she was like, nigga, not you. If anybody get introduced to my sister, bitch, it ain't gonna be you. Because she knew the caliber of nigga he was, because he probably beat her down too. He probably slept with her too. So Arionne was like, I'm not about to introduce my sister to this sorry ass nigga. That's why they don't like Arionne. I don't really fuck with Arionne, but I don't think she got a reason to lie about what she's seen and or know about what these sorry ass niggas on this show that we keep seeing every Saturday at 8 p.m. be doing. I think the Scots had a whole lot to do with Carlos's decision not to have Arionne on the show, where he said that she is too disrespectful. It ain't got nothing to do with she is disrespectful, but the majority of the reason as to why that they will not allow her on the show is because she knows about said threesome and she knows the girls that they mess with because she's been there. She been there. She been there. She was there in Atlanta when they were all together and announced that every one of the Scott boys brought women with them that were not their wives. I told y'all about a friend of mine, or a source. We'll call it a source, because I don't like to use friend loosely. During the same weekend of the podcast that Carlos had the podcast with Melody, when everybody was there, all the millimeters and everybody were there, at the same hotel that one of the CCs stayed at, one of the girls at the front desk told them that the Scott brothers are always in and out of that hotel with women that are not their wives, and they know who their wives are because some of them watch the show. So they're in and out of hotels all the time if they're not at Credit One. But now that their spot been blown up at Credit One, I don't think that they're gonna be doing no shit up over there, because once your spot is blown up, no. I don't know what happened with that damn apartment that we just talked about as well, because there was a secret apartment because the girl actually verified it. And let's not forget about there's a house that's close to Alabama A&M, which is called a frat house, where they said that men and women were coming in and out of there. So if some of them were messing with men, it could have been going on in that same frat house. There's a frat house that's very close to Alabama A&M where they say you can see Alabama A&M from that house, where they would be having all these late night parties where some of the girls from Alabama A&M, some of them young girls, which y'all know, which I told y'all, Sadark, who used to hang with them, that was on the show, who ain't on there no more after his shit came out from what he was doing at Alabama A&M, allegedly. It's all coming together. So they were all over the place. But that frat house, they said a lot of shit was going down, and mostly guys were there, and they saw sporadically women coming in and out of that house. It's like a little whole house where they would take the girls from the college to come up over there to do little nasty stuff. Yeah. Oh, Lord, we got a lot of people watching. But we're going to go ahead and end it because I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said. I mean, from what I read to you guys, yeah, it's giving that everybody knows about this shit and that everybody is okay with it as long as it stays hush, hush. Tisha, you look very comfortable with Kimmy kissing you on your face and on your neck. You look very comfortable. You look very comfortable. What y'all do behind closed doors is your business. But when you're reaching out to side chicks, when you're reaching out to side chicks and harassing them into keeping their mouth shut so that you can keep this, perfect marriage, so to speak, that speaks volumes. That you sit your ass on national television lying for your husband while you know that he's out doing things that he should not be doing, this uncouth, when he come home and kiss you and that he's sleeping with you unprotected. Because I know you don't make him wear no condoms as no fucking wife. I hope you don't. Well, I hope you do now that we know what we know. But allegedly, Martell as well. Out here burning women. If you're doing that, that means that there's something going on down there. So while you bragging on a hook and a curve, Trish, let's talk about you, Miss. You went over there to go help him work out. Trish, I hope you went and got caught, checked up too. Allegedly. Let's go ahead and put that out there. Because if this girl is saying she was burned by Martell and you done lied and said you took your ass up over there and y'all had conversations and you went over there multiple times, we already know why you went multiple times. So, bitch, I hope you go and get yourself checked out as well, if you haven't already. And Ken, you might want to wait until she gets checked out while you trying to force her into hurrying up and getting married. They said, so Gucci quit Bell Collective. Who talked about this the other day? Who's not surprised by that? Did Cameron not just talk about So Gucci and JJ leaving Bell Collective next? Can y'all learn to listen to me? I'm not surprised. Did I not just say that? For people that watch me, for people that watch my show, did I not just say the other day that after Akeisha and Willie left the show, that also So Gucci and JJ was also leaving as well because of a lawsuit that's already been initiated? I am not surprised about that shit. I already knew they were leaving because So Gucci was tired of what Carlos and production was doing to her, the way they were editing her to make her look like a villain on the show. I already told y'all that shit. I'm not surprised about that. Thank y'all for telling me, though. I knew the shit was coming. Shout out to you, So Gucci girl. We already knew you were leaving. All right. Because there was no, how was she going to work under Carlos another season after all this shit that happened? And plus, her and Akeisha are like this. So you don't think they had a conversation? I told y'all that days ago that So Gucci and JJ were leaving next. I already knew that shit. And he had to leave. Think about, go back and look at the interview that Willie and JJ had. Willie and JJ, where JJ was talking about some things, and you can kind of tell that he was kind of low-key throwing shade at production and Carlos as well. You think that Carlos is going to allow them to be on the show and not come for them because he don't like to be called out? But that's our show for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. This was some crazy shit that was put out there. In no way, shape, or form do I ever think, and I'm going to say it right here on my show, I do not think that Melody ever slept with Marceau. Do I think that Marceau has some type of crush on Mel? I do, because she is his type. But I do think that Tisha may think that they might have slept together if she was calling around looking for him because she knows what Marceau's type is, and it ain't her. But bottom line, I do feel like they have been out doing some things. And I feel like the driving force behind them getting their vasectomies was what we talked about today and what was revealed. But that's our show. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to this channel, and also share the video if you'd like, okay? And go replay the video as well, okay? Thank you guys so much to my mods, Belle Wilson, KBR, Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Thank y'all for an awesome job. Thank you to all the content creators who stopped by True TV Podcast, Purple Unicorn, Aries Girl Podcast, Deary Talk Show, Miss Hills Atlanta, Boss Lady Brand Girl from Chronicles of Kim K, and Love Seen Heard. Also, thank you so much to What's Happening for the footage of that said interview with the Empress interviewer and Miss Denia for telling all this fire. Thank you, Denia, for the fire this morning, girl. Okay, let's get on out of here. I will see you guys momentarily because I'm pretty sure it's going to be some more tea to talk about. All right. Please don't forget to like the video. All right. This was a very good video. A lot of tea was spilled in this video. Y'all, I work hard today. All right. Help with liking the video. Y'all know I don't ask for cash apps or super stickers, but I do ask for likes, and those are free. All right. Thank you guys. That is the petition that we are also running for those of you that like to participate in that and put your signature there to support non-bullying, cyberbullying on social media. You can do that there. All right. Let's get out of here. Love you guys down. Thanks again to everyone, my Caramelians as well. Enjoy your day and bye.